Also, you can hear me on the stream.
Looking good so far?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right, let's get this started. Today is Wednesday. We're doing our Mario tier list. We got Don Mario in the chat with us. Say hello.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on, everybody?
And we got Erica in chat with us.
Hi.
All right, I'm going to pause the music.
This time I can be heard, and so can everybody else.
Everyone should be able to be heard. Yes, yes. Everything's working well. I'm checking all the volumes just in case. We're here today because we're here to determine what the best Mario games are. We got our tier list on Tier List Maker. We got S tier, A tier, B, C, D, F tier, and never played tier, because I know there's going to be at least a few that like none of us have played. So I was like, we're going to have that as a tier. So if you're out there and you're joining us, come on in, make your voices heard, because we're going to barrel through this tier list. It looks like it is in order of when they came out. So the first couple might be some that we haven't played, or might be, a little bit on the bottom tiered. But hopefully people will come on in and tell us what they think about some of these games. I'm just getting the Stream Elements thing ready, because it's, of course, not working again. I don't know why this shit stops working.
Hello.
Hey, welcome in, dude.
Hey, Warlock.
I was just grabbing.
I would put up the people up a little bit more, Makazi. I having trouble hearing Tang and Mike.
Okay.
I usually have the mic over my, not over my face, so that probably might be why.
Yeah.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah, because it's a little, it's high enough.
I think I have water on the stove.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get our tier list started. Mike, you're kind of our professional Mario player. Why don't you tell us and tell the people at home a little bit about yourself and why we picked you to come on this tier list with us?
Well, thanks for having me first and foremost. Appreciate it. For those who don't know me, I'm known as Don Mario 64, as my username might suggest. I'm a huge Super Mario fan. Have been as far as I can honestly remember, when I was I don't know, even before elementary school, to be honest. Just gravitated towards it, like I'm sure most other kids did, especially back then, by the crazy adventures, vibrant colors, everything kind of just captivated me about it, as well as the stories themselves. As to why I came on board, well, like I said, I've played a good number of Mario games throughout my life, from various consoles, obviously the home consoles such as Super Nintendo, N64, handhelds, of course, Game Boy, DS, you name it, pretty much I play at least a little bit of everything. Not everything itself, of course. There might be some things, such as you said earlier, Makazi, where it might not even be on my, not ranked tier list, because I might even have touched it myself.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully I've dabbled in enough of it to give some good opinions on that.
Yeah, when we came up with the idea of doing a tier list, I was under the impression oh yeah, I've probably played a good amount of Mario games, and then we looked up some sample tier lists, and I was like, man, there's a lot of shit on here I haven't played, and we were talking to you about it, and I remember you were like, oh yeah, that's a good game, I played that one. I was like, all right, you definitely have to come on with us, because you have played way more than me, Jesse, Tang, and Erica combined have played, and I'm going to ask every time we go to one, I'm going to say all right, who's here has played it? And I guarantee you Mike's going to have the most. I'm actually going to keep track. Let me see. Let me get a piece of paper real quick. I'm just curious.
Tally, right?
Yeah, I'm going to make a little tally and keep a little tally going. Let me see. Paper. Here we go. All right. I should bring up notes, actually, but I'm not going to do that because that'll be too much work. So we got me, Erica, Tang, and Mike. All right, we're going to keep a tally and see how many of these games were actually played. I found a list that apparently has every single game on here.
Nice.
We got K-Baz in the chat saying Mike has played every Mario game in existence, and we're going to find out, dude. because no lying on this one, but I can already see the list, and there's gonna be a couple that there's no shot he's played, like some of them Virtual Boy ones, unless you had a Virtual Boy in secret, or you're one of the 100 people who had that damn system. I don't think I don't think you're gonna be playing those ones. So.
No, that could be the roadblock right there. Exactly.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Remember, you have a voice too. If you're out there in chat, go ahead and tell us what you think of the game as we're going through it, and it will impact how we decide where we're going to put it. So the first game is going to be Donkey Kong, which it looks like, it's hard to read it, but it looks like it's the old NES Donkey Kong. So, first off, who here has played the actual old NES Donkey Kong?
NES version, no. Just obviously, there would be like ports throughout the years, of course,
Mhm.
that I played.
Arcade cabinet
original,
counts.
Nintendo one.
If you played,
Arcade counts too.
yeah, arcade cabinet does count. Yeah,
Okay, then yes.
You
I
have.
have played arcade cabinet version.
I was gonna say because I played the arcade cabinet version.
I remember playing the arcade version. Yeah.
Okay, if arcade counts, then I might actually have a better shot at some of these games.
So yeah, arcade definitely counts. This is an NES game, but the NES and arcade ones, if I remember correctly, are exactly the same because they just ported them over.
I think I
Yes.
remember playing the SNES version and the arcade version.
That counts, honestly, guys. It's just a port, so like it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter which system you put it on, but yeah, the original was on NES and in arcade cabinets. So we've all played it, which is a shocker right there. So let me go ahead and put that on the tally. Just because it's a NES game, I wasn't sure if everyone had actually like sat and played it. But so what do we rank in Donkey Kong?
Arcade, so
Yeah, what do we rank in Donkey Kong? It's a pretty fun game. I can tell you right now, I've only gotten to level I want to say 3, maybe
I was
4.
gonna say, I
But that's about
struggled
it.
with I'm gonna go either C. I'm gonna C.
C tier. What are we thinking, guys? What are we thinking?
About C tier, I think is probably a good middle ground.
Remember, we can always move stuff later on if we have to.
I think for now, at the very least, I think C is very fair. Just given, obviously, of course, for the times, it was a very simple game, but
Mhm.
very instrumental, of course, to not only the Mario series, but just gaming in general too. So I think C is fair for now, obviously, because of course, throughout the years, more things will come out that have advancements. But yeah, I think it's good.
All right. The next one is, if I'm reading this correctly, it's Mario Bros. Also on the NES. This one, I don't think I've played actually. It kind of
You might have.
is it the one where it's like got the pipes on both sides of the screen and the
Yep,
stuff
with
shoots
the
at them?
crabs and the
Oh,
turtles,
okay.
yes.
You want to know?
I did not play that.
I think I've actually played this on Animal Crossing, if I'm not mistaken. I think this is one of the... So Animal Crossing, the old one, the GameCube one, it used to have a couple arcade games that you could buy for your house, and you could play the game, like actually like play it through the game. And I'm pretty sure this Balloon Kid or Balloon Boy or whatever it was, and then there was like 2 other ones. And I think I played through that, but I've also played it somewhere else because it does look familiar. But what about you, Mike? You played this one?
Yes, absolutely. I don't think I remember playing the actual OG one, but for sure, just like with Donkey Kong, it's been ported so many times throughout
Yeah.
the years. Particularly, I think for a lot of the Game Boy Advance Mario games, it would be included as a little bonus thing. So for a
true.
fact, I played that too.
All right. And what about you, Tang? I didn't hear if you had played it or not.
I don't remember playing this game.
No. Okay, so then I guess it's up to me and Mike and maybe the people at home. What are you thinking on this one? Because I'm gonna put that in D for me. I don't think it's better than Donkey Kong as a game.
In terms of gameplay, if we're going to go based upon gameplay, obviously itself, I would have to probably say D as well, honestly, just for the fact that there wasn't much going on for it. It was actually pretty simplistic in the sense of just, okay, gun underneath the enemies, flip them over by hitting under the platform, jumping on top of them, etc. That's the point of it, really. The
Yeah.
only thing I guess that would be some kind of interesting tidbit about it is that it introduced Luigi in particular. But other than that, really not much else going on gameplay-wise. So I think D is fair.
Oh, introduce Luigi? S tier. Now we'll put it down on D tier. Put it on D tier. The next game is a pinball game for the NES that has Mario running around with a thing on his head so that he can knock the ball like back up. kind of like a Brick Break thing. I've never
Mhm.
played this game. I honestly don't even know if I've ever seen this game before. I'm basing it just off of the cover right here. So I don't know about you guys. Right now it's in the never played section. I don't know if any of you guys have actually played it before.
No, that doesn't ring a bell to me.
I haven't, to be honest. And that came out for what, the original Nintendo Entertainment System or the
It's-
Super Nintendo?
It has the NES logos. Like if you notice on the tier list right now, I don't know if you can see it if you're watching the stream. The first 6 games have that old NES sticker on them, so that's how I can tell what system they're for.
Okay,
So,
gotcha,
so yeah, it's an old NES game. It almost looks like this game would be one of those like either super obscure or maybe it was packaged in with something else. I don't know because I've never seen that game honestly until right now. Like I didn't know he had his own little pinball game, but it's probably fun as shit. I just never played it.
I
It
will
might
say,
be.
if you want to, you can probably share that screen with us on Discord, so it might be easy for us so that we don't have to lag.
That's true. Let me try that. That's not gonna mess anything else up, right?
No, if you don't have anything else on.
Well, I've got no, I don't. Here you go. Okay, it should be on the Discord now. Oops. Everywhere goes Supersonic Racing. Wait, wrong game. Yeah, Peachy Love. We're doing the Mario tier list. I'm sure Mario and Sonic games will be on here eventually. Let's take a little peek, actually.
Yeah, I think the Mario Sonic Olympics are usually in this.
I'm not seeing them, honestly. They are Mario games, but I'm not seeing them, which is weird, because it said this was every Mario game.
It's kind of like a more of a shared series, so it's kind of like that gray in between, to be honest, you know?
Gray area.
Whatever. We'll do honorable mentions later, I guess. Next one is Golf on the NES, which apparently it's Mario game. I don't really know if that's a Mario game. I'm guessing he was just a character in it. I don't think I ever played it personally.
Yeah, it might be such an old 8-bit kind of deal. Like, oh, it has the red hat plus the
Mhm.
red shirt. That might be Mario.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's the one or there's another one where Mario has what's been known like later on by fans as like the USA outfit, where he has the red and white striped cap and overalls with the blue shirt that had the stars on it as well. I think that's where we first saw the look. Like, might be mistaken, might be like a different golf game as well. I can't vividly remember playing it myself, given the fact that it came out for the original NES as well. But perhaps like down the line, like some of their port as well, I might have maybe just dabbled with it. But I can't really say for certain, to be honest. You know.
Yeah, I think this is going to be in the never played.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us have really played that one. Unless someone in chat has. It says it's... I mean, Smash Ultimate is not a... I wouldn't consider Smash Brothers, because that's Smash. Like, Mario and Sonic has the word Mario in it. That's why it's like, why is that not in here? You know what I mean? Where Smash, it's just like, it's Smash Brothers. He's kind of cameoing in it, really. It's a Nintendo
That's
game,
a huge
but...
collaboration. It's a
Yeah.
huge collaboration.
Yeah, collab versus like a franchise.
Yeah.
Like, I think Smash has its own franchise.
Yeah, I mean, well, all these are their own franchises, but like there is no real mascot for Smash Brothers unless you count the hand, like Master Hand as a mascot. You know what I mean?
Well, I suppose the only reason people will kind of consider it that way is simply because the name of the series itself is, of course, loosely based on Super Mario Brothers, just in name alone, right? Super Mario Brothers, Super Smash Brothers. First character you encounter is Mario in the game, but once again, that's more of like a obviously major collab / Nintendo All Stars type of game. To be fair.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so the next one is called Wrecking Crew, also an NES game. I never played this. I've never heard of this game.
Never played that,
What are we
Smash
thinking?
Ultimate.
No, Wrecking Crew, the next game on the tier list.
Well, which one is that one? Because I didn't hear anything after that, to be honest.
Oh, sorry. It looks like Wrecking Crew looks like he's in a little construction outfit and he's
Are we still...
smashing a wall.
Because I hear you, Warlock, but I don't hear the others.
Hold on a second. We're having a little audio issue here. Let me just back out. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
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 Okay. I can't hear Erica still, just so you know.
Okay.
Okay.
But-
Can I?
Oh,
Like, at
I'm
least
sorry.
Oh, there we go.
Muted the whole
Okay.
time.
I heard her talking in the room, and I just couldn't hear her at all. So
I was shouting at Matt. Matt, you're muted. We can't hear you on Discord.
no, I wasn't. I don't think I was muted. I think something with that the streaming thing was messing it up. But yeah, so Wrecking Crew. It looks like he's in a little construction outfit. He's knocking a wall. It's an NES game. Yeah, I've never heard of this game, seen this game, whatever.
To be fair, I thought that was Wreck-It Ralph. Wait, am I?
Peachy Lover says basically where Mario works under Foreman Spike. Remember the Mario movie when that's referenced. Okay.
He's 100% correct. Exactly. That's exactly
Okay.
what it is.
What reference in the movie?
When he's working for Foreman Spike.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that one.
So I'm guessing none of us have played this game, so I'm leaving it in the never played section.
Nope.
Yeah, I haven't played it,
Like-
just know of it, given his historical history, just like Peach Lover said. That's 100% correct.
Well, the next game is definitely something that we've all played, I hope, and that is the original Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers on the NES. The original.
Yeah.
This is the one that was packaged in with Duck Hunt, for those who remember that. But this is an absolute classic, and it's the last NES game. So what are we thinking here? You guys have all played it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I played it.
Erica.
I'm trying to remember.
It's a very old one.
You've
I will say.
you've probably played at least a port of
I
it.
most likely have played it.
Yeah, they port that shit
Yeah.
to everything. So,
Yeah, I
Yes.
most likely have played it.
all right, I'm gonna count it as you have. So, but yeah, so this game, this is a tough one because it's a classic. It's kind of the start. Is it the best Mario game? I would argue not. So definitely not S tier. But what are we
I would say,
thinking
like,
here?
B or, I was thinking like B or B tier.
B tier game. What are you thinking, Mike? I can
I
hear
would
the
like to say
cogs turning
Yeah.
over there.
it really is. I would like to agree with B tier as well, just given
Yeah?
the fact that yeah, for now, obviously, I mean, like you said, we can obviously go back and maybe change things up a little bit depending on obviously the other titles that come out afterwards. But for now, B, just the fact that that's more of now. Granted, obviously, we had Donkey Kong and Mario Bros, which kind of like started the whole Mario series, of course, kicked it off, so to speak. But
Mhm.
to be fair, Super Mario Brothers itself kind of really set the Mario universe. Established the story and the lore, all that kind of stuff, and it really was influential with the video game series in particular in helping revive things after I think it was the early '80s, where things were actually starting to go downhill for the gaming industry. So at least for now, B, with the whole context and what it means to it.
Now let me ask you this: have you actually beaten the original Mario game?
Ooh.
Do we even know how many levels are in that damn game? Because I'll be honest with you,
Knowing my proclivity, probably not.
I know I haven't beaten it, and I also know that I skipped like where do you skip? You skip like Worlds 2 and 3 like right away, don't you? Like you can. As I used to do that shit all the time.
Was it that one had the
Yeah, where
possibly. I gotta check. Yeah.
it's this one, and I know it's this one because I actually played this recently because it's on the Nintendo Switch Online service, and same thing. I got to that underground level, which is I think like World 1-2 or 1-3, and if you just go up on the like stone walkway, you could
the
just
secret keys and stuff. Yeah.
you could just go into there's 3 pipes, and you could just skip to like world like 3, 4, 5, 6, and you can keep finding those like skips all over the place. And I used to always do them. I was like, fuck this, I'm not playing all these damn levels. I don't have the patience for all this. But I still never made it very far in that game because it's very hard.
Did you get to end game?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Never made it to end game in that one. But I think B tier is okay. I would think like C tier, but B's fine. I just think that personally, I don't think this game holds up as much as some of the other ones we're about to see, and that's why I would put it in C tier. But B tier is fine.
We can go either way. Like I said, like it would be like a B or even like a high C. I'm fine with either one. I'll put it that way too.
Yeah, we'll leave it in B, and then we'll see you later. But the next one is Super Mario: The Lost Levels. Has anyone played the Lost Levels before?
Nope.
Nope.
Do you guys even know what the Lost Levels are?
Nope.
So I think I might have maybe briefly played it like way back in the day.
I've heard of them. they were like, I guess they were just levels that didn't make it into the original game, and so they re-released them later on as like part of the, you know how they released the Mario All-Stars like on every goddamn system. Well, they put the lost levels on like each one of those usually so that you can play them. But I've never played them. I heard they're hard as hell, but looks like Mike said he played them though. So there you go. Onto your tally. So since you've played them, Mike, what would you rate them? Because I think you're the only one who's played these.
That's a little tougher right there because I wouldn't like 100% count them as like a full-fledged game.
Yeah.
I guess you could put it like maybe at around a C for now.
C? Okay. Is it better or worse than Donkey Kong?
I guess in terms of what you can do, because like I said, it's so like very obviously subjective, of course, in terms of like what your play style is and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I guess maybe just a smidge over Donkey Kong, just the fact that at the very least the Lost Levels is like the traditional 2D Mario game where you're jumping, you're hitting the power blocks, you're getting the super mushroom, etc. So at least that's more in line with traditional Mario gameplay.
Okay. Fair enough. All right, the next game will be Super Mario Brothers 2. This is the game that everyone knows that is not an actual Mario game. It's just a game that they skinned over with Mario sprites. That's why it's so fucking weird. True. But I've definitely played this game as a kid. I already know Mike has. Tang, Erica, have you played Super Mario Brothers 2?
It probably has reached.
No, I have not.
This is the one where you can like pick up turnips and shit and throw them at people.
Yes, I do remember playing.
Okay.
What the heck are you talking about?
Okay, so
Yeah.
Tang has played it, Erica has not. This game, I'm going to be honest with you, I know people shit on this game a lot, but I would probably put this somewhere in C or B. I did like this game as a kid.
C or B, I think.
Out of the entire group here, I'm going to say now I will be the person with the least knowledge and have played the least Mario games.
Well, we're going to find out because I'm keeping a tally.
Like, I know about some of these games, but if I've never played it, it counts as never played, correct?
For you, yeah. Basically, for never played, that section is for, like, if no one on this stream right now has played it. So, Super Mario Bros. 2, like I said, for me personally, I think it's, a pretty good game. I would put it in the B, I think, but what are you guys thinking?
B sounds fair. It introduced some new mechanics from the previous games.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting in that regard. But as like a kind of ranking of like good games, it's not like it wasn't there yet.
Yeah, there's a few outliers in the Mario universe, and Super Mario Bros. 2 is definitely one of them. The next outlier is coming up soon as well, and we'll talk about it. But like a lot of people regard Super Mario Bros. 2 as like one of the worst Mario games because it's such an outlier. And then people found out that it wasn't even really a Mario game to begin with. They just skinned over it, and they're like, oh, no wonder why that game sucks. But I liked it. I played it a lot as a kid. I think I had it for Super Nintendo, or I had like that, or I think I had the All-Stars, which has that included in it, if I remember correctly. So,
right.
So yeah, I thought it was okay. Sure. It's on NSO if you want to play it. A lot of these beginning games are on NSO, so if you really get curious, Erica, you can go on and play them.
Yeah, I probably will. I've been trying to do a lot more of the older games for fun on my free time, so I'll add it to the list of ones to try.
Okay.
I really would like to try the one where I think it's the next one that's coming up though, the Tanuki one, because I never ever played that and it looked like fun.
Yeah. So what? So Mike, you're the last one to say it. What are you thinking for Super Mario Bros. 2? You thinking B tier, C tier, A tier?
I agree with B. I definitely agree with the B tier. Yeah, because it still has obviously the classic Mario element gameplay. Though, it's funny enough how you mentioned earlier, it is kind of like a almost kind of like a reskin of a game. I think it was called like Doki Doki in Japan or something like that. So it is kind of funny how it's not like an actual Mario game in that regard, but it still worked really well. Going upon Warlock's point from earlier, it did introduce some unique things that were seen through other Mario games later on, such as having 4 characters to choose from, and each of them have their own unique kind of like abilities or skill set. So, for example, that kind of introduced Luigi being able to jump higher than Mario.
Mm-hmm.
Peach could float a little bit. I think in that one, Toad was like the stronger of the group.
Oh
Mario, of course, was all
yeah,
around as
I remember
usual. So,
they told a lot in that game.
yeah, so it was I think it was a very fun game in general. I think why, if I remember correctly, why some fans weren't too fond of it, especially back then. Number one, because of obviously it being essentially the Doki Doki game.
Mm-hmm.
But number two, if I remember correctly, at the end of that, you kind of see that Mario dreamed the entire adventure.
Yeah.
So in
Yeah.
that sense, it
Oh,
was like, damn, did it even like actually happen or not?
so
So for a lot of
like
fans, kind of pissed
Lost.
people off.
So like
Kind
Lost.
of.
It's
Kind of.
it's more like Zelda. Remember the Zelda game? What was the one with the wingfish or whatever, where it's all a dream? Which
Yeah,
Zelda game is that?
go through then.
It's like that, where it's like you play the whole game, then you realize it was all a dream the whole time and shit like that, which is,
Afterwards,
whatever. Now, for me personally, I would put Mario Bros. 2 above Mario Bros. 1. I don't know if you guys agree or disagree with that, only because as a kid, like I said, I thought Mario Bros. 2 was a little easier. It had better mechanics in terms of like throwing stuff and in terms of, like you said, picking characters to make the game easier or harder for yourself. Whereas Mario Bros. 1, the only thing that made it easier was the fact that you could skip levels, and then that usually ended up fucking you over because you skipped so many levels that now you're in an area where it's like, I didn't ramp up to this, so now I'm just fighting like Lakitu out of nowhere, and I've never seen this character before, and he's Diesel, or I'm fighting Hammer Bros, and I'm like, oh man, maybe if I didn't skip so many levels, I would have fought them earlier at an easier stage. But also, the game was called Doki Doki Panic, which is what
There
the
you go.
original name of Mario Bros. 2 is.
Something like that.
Yeah, you were close. So for me personally, I'm putting it above 1. I don't know if you guys agree with that though.
I'm okay with that. I'm
You're okay with that?
Because it is an improvement, yeah, to an extent. And then to your point earlier too, Makazi, in terms of being a little easier, I don't know if it would consider it easier, but if I'm not mistaken, that might have been the first 2D Mario game where you can actually go back to the left, whereas before
Yes.
you were always kind of forced to keep on going to the right.
Yep, you're right.
That
And-
kind of helped out too.
And it introduced one of the best characters in the Mario franchise, Birdo.
Birdo, yeah.
This is Birdo's start. This is where they made her, or I think it was him at first, and they turned him into a her later on in the lore, which is kind of funny.
I think so. I don't remember the whole canonical thing about that specifically, but yeah, I remember that was like
We looked it up once because we were curious when we were playing Mario 64, and I was like, oh yeah, it was, because someone on our Mario Kart playing was saying like, oh no, it's a boy, and I'm like, no, Birdo is definitely a girl, like, and I thought it was always a girl. So then we looked it up, and I was like, oh no, I was wrong. It was a boy at first, and then they changed him to a girl later on for, I think, just because literally it was pink, and they were like, add a bow on it and call it a girl. Let's get done with this. That's pretty much, I think, where that came from. But next up is Super Mario Brothers 3 with the Tanuki outfit. I'll be honest with you, I know I played a little bit of this game, but I did not play much of it to be able to form an opinion on it. So I'm going to let other people... I'm going to count it as a game I have played for the sake of the tally, but I don't remember almost anything about it, so...
I have never played. I've been dying to because I always kept seeing little things here and about that with like the spinning and everything, and it looked like fun. But no, I have never played it, but it is on my list to play.
Oh, I thought you did play it before. Gotcha. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I remember playing this one. The Tanuki suit was a big core memory of mine.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of like ranking, I would say I want to say E.
B-ish? Okay, what about you, Mike? Because you definitely played this, I know you.
Yeah, I did play it. You are correct about that. I definitely did play that. I would definitely put it in B, probably like in the upper B rank. Once again, a lot of fun. If I'm not mistaken as well, this game also introduced the Koopalings to us, which I think inhabited like each of the kingdoms you went to.
Oh,
And if I'm not mistaken as
okay.
well, this game I think also was the first to kind of bring like almost like an overworld map kind of hub, kind of mechanic where,
Mhm.
as you would see later on with a game like Super Mario World and other ones, etc., you can kind of go from world to world and kind of go to various stages and stuff, if I'm not mistaken with that. But yeah, I would say definitely upper B. It was a lot of fun, especially with the Tanuki suit, of course, so I enjoyed it.
All right, so upper B. So you're thinking before Super Mario Bros. 2, in between Mario Bros. 1 and 2, or after Mario Bros. 1? This is where it gets a little hard.
Between 2 and 1.
Between 2 and 1. What about you, Mike? You agree? Disagree?
We could do that for now.
Okay. You guys are so like working together. I was expecting a little bit more fighting, but I think when we get to the GameCube stuff, that's where we're gonna start seeing some debates. Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
Well, that's where some innovation happens, absolutely. Because definitely think some change around here and there. So
are the Switch games on here? They are. Okay, I'll tell you right now. The Switch is where you're gonna see me like dogging on games left and right. So we'll get there though. We'll get there. Next is my least favorite Mario game ever made, Super Mario Land on the Game Boy. Fuck that damn game. I played it, but fuck that game.
I have played it as well.
I don't remember that.
What about you, Ting? Have you played it?
I played some Game Boy games, but that one I don't remember.
So this one is a left to right side scroller, like they all are, and the sprite work is just dog shit. The enemies do random bullshit, like the turtles explode after you hit them, so you gotta like run away real quick. There's like a shoot 'em ups level or two. I can't remember if it's two. I think it's just one, where you're literally flying like I think it's a plane or a flying saucer. I never really knew. And you have to like shoot enemies and stuff. It has some interesting mechanics, but overall, it's hard for no fucking reason because I think there's only like 5 or 6 levels in this game, and it just a lot of the enemies were just weird. Like this is where you get the Stonehenge heads from. In Mario Odyssey, everyone was like, "Oh, that's a new thing." It's like, no, it's not. It's from this stupid fucking game. It was in this game first. But what are you thinking, Mike? Where would you put this? You know me, I'm gonna put this in D or F because I hate this fucking game.
Wow.
I know you are. Honestly, I would probably put it in. I'm honestly between both as well. For now, I guess let's put it maybe in low D ranking.
Low D. You don't want to put a game in the F tier, huh?
Not yet. Cause I'm sure there'll be others that might have to go in there. Unfortunately, despite me being a huge Mario fan, some probably are worthy of going in there. But for now, I'll put that in the lower D, just for the fact that it did try. I mean, obviously followed the typical Mario 2D formula, but you are right. It did change a few things. First and foremost, it was based in I think Sarah Land, which is where Daisy's at. So you're actually saving Daisy instead of Peach in that one.
Yep, that's true.
You weren't facing Bowser either. It might have been what was his name?
No, you're fighting. No, you're fighting Bowser.
Are you fighting Bowser? No, okay, gotcha. Because I know there's one where you're fighting a guy named Wart, but I don't know. If
you are also fighting a Sphinx at one point.
Alien. Well, Sphinx as well. There's an alien creature. It was kind of odd as well. And you are right about the certain levels that featured kind of like a vehicle with projectiles, and I think there was 2. I think one was an air-based one.
One was water.
One was like a submarine too. Exactly.
Yeah, because you fought a seahorse at the end, a giant seahorse.
Yeah.
Who was a pain in the ass. 7-year-old Matt was pissed.
Well, you're even more pissed, and justifiably so, because as most like old school games from like the original NES and like early Super Nintendo days, if I remember correctly, didn't feature a save like
no saves.
Or any kind of thing at all. Yeah, so if you didn't complete it in one shot, you had to go back through all that. So yeah, it wasn't the best.
Let me ask you this, Mike: did you beat the game?
I can't recall if I did.
I
don't
have.
think so. I'll be honest with you. Yeah,
I have.
Good for you.
It's a core memory for me. I remember beating it and saving Daisy and being like, it only took me like 5 years, but I did it, boys. Like it was like a core memory. If you have to trace back my gamer rage to one moment or one game, it is this game. I'm pretty sure this game instilled in young Matt like games suck, and then I went and played real games that were also hard as shit for no reason. But yeah, Super Mario Land can kiss my ass. So if we get all the way up to like the Wii era and we don't have any F tiers, I'm dropping that shit into F tier. I just want you to know that.
Fair enough.
All right, next is another Game Boy game, Mario Baseball. Now this is different from. We're gonna see. I think there's an N64 baseball, right? Or am I wrong?
No, GameCube onwards.
Oh, okay. So this one, if I remember correctly, someone told me this has like RPG elements. I personally never played this game before. I don't know if you guys have on the Game Boy.
I have not, believe it or not, no.
Oh, I think we have our first one that Mike hasn't played ever since the NES.
No, I don't think I don't think besides recently I've never played any of the sports ones.
Yeah, the sports ones are like a very vague memory to me.
What about you in chat? Just in case anyone is out there in chat, just remember this is going to go in the never played section. So we got Mario Baseball for the Game Boy, and then we got 3 NES games. If you've played them, let us know in the chat, because then you get to rank them. Because we have no idea how these games are, so you can rank them S tier if you want. We can't say shit. But next is Mario Golf for the Game Boy. This is the Game Boy Classic. This is not the Game Boy Advance, which is different. Or Game Boy Color, whatever the next golf one is. I think Color. But
This
yeah.
is a no for me.
Yeah, this is a no, dog. This is a no for me.
Nope, never played it.
No for me.
Mike?
For that version, I don't believe I have, to be honest. 'Cause I played the ones for the home console, so probably for that one I would say no.
All right, never played. Next is, in my opinion, one of the GOATs, Super Mario World on the Super NES, which I recently played on stream. And as a kid, I never really got far in the game because my cousin owned it. I never owned it, but like on stream, I was beelining through a lot of those levels, and I was having a good time. This game, it holds up over time. It's got great sprite work. It's got like very vibrant colors, very good level design, very good power-ups. Like, for me personally, this is like an S tier game. What about you guys? Have you played it? Erica, have you played this game?
No, I've only watched you play it. I never played it.
What about you, Tang?
I've played this one.
You've played it?
This was a very interesting. It was a good one.
Where would you rank it, Tang?
Upper B.
Upper B, okay. And Mike, I know you've played it, so what are you ranking this guy?
Yes, I've certainly played it multiple times on multiple iterations. I would put it on, for now, I would put it high A.
High
I don't
A?
know S just yet. I'll definitely high A for a fact. Honestly, kind of reiterating everything you said, it just holds up. Fun story, various lands to traverse, Star World, having Yoshi. I mean, it was just amazing. All the power ups too, and it still holds up to this day. I mean, that's why it's been ported obviously countless times. Honestly.
A billion
It's
times.
just classic.
You could play Super Mario World from the NES or SNES on literally every fucking like Nintendo console that's come out since then.
Pretty much.
I'm surprised someone hasn't reverse ported it to the NES just so they can say it's on everything now. Like, this thing is like, I think the only thing it hasn't been ported onto is maybe the Game Boys, but even the Game Boys, I feel like at some point they must have ported it over at one point.
Well, the Advance was, yeah, for sure. They had us. They kind of not remake per se, but they kind of ported it to the Game Boy.
Oh yeah, I see it right here. Game Boy. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It actually doesn't say Advanced. I think it's just the normal Game Boy they put it on. Maybe they did it twice. That wouldn't, surprise me at all. But yeah, so Super Mario World,
Game Boy Advance too.
at least A. I would argue an S personally. I think the reason I'm arguing for S is because the fact that it holds up so well. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of games out there, like, we'll get to it, but, like, Mario 64 is a great example of a great game that just doesn't hold up because the controls are so wonky, because the N64 controller was such dog shit. But, like, the SNES, Super Mario World, like, that shit still holds up. The controls are still excellent, and it's just a great game. So, I will be fighting for S tier for that one later on when we get down to the wire. But, I think we're at a good point right now. So far, me and Mike are tied with playing 7 games on this list. Tang's at 4 and Erica's at 2. So we'll see. The next one is, this is the one you were talking about with the red and white striped hat. It's called NES Open.
That one.
Looks like a little Mario Golf game. I've never heard of this shit, so I don't know what this is.
Gotcha. So yeah, that's the one I remember then.
You played it?
Yeah.
Oh, you
I
have?
don't remember it vividly, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you don't remember it vividly, I guess that means it F tier. I'm just saying. Didn't leave an imprint.
Well, I mean, it wasn't anything special because I don't think it was like a full blown. Because really, it wouldn't be like until the actual Mario Golf series games, such as on the N64 onwards, where it became more like a smash hit. I think it was like more like just kind of like a plain kind of golf game, so like not much was going on with it, you know. So.
All right. So F tier. That's what you're saying.
I mean, for now, I suppose. We don't have anything special, so.
You just, by putting this in F tier, you're saving Super Mario Land from automatically be putting into F tier. Although I'll still be fighting for that.
We'll get back to that.
We'll put a pin on that one.
Yeah. What about you, Erica? You never played this either, right? NES Open.
Nope, never played.
Yeah. I figure this one's a little obscure, and I don't think anyone in chat has played this thing either because it is obscure as shit, man. So
Do you guys have to help me remember. There is a, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's a Game Boy Color game, but it had Birdo in it, and like she would chuck eggs at you from her mouth. And I can't remember which Mario game that was.
That sounds like Super Mario World 2 to me.
Yeah.
Is it?
They probably ported it over to the Game Boy.
No, I don't think she was in Super Mario World.
No, yes, I'm sorry. Super Mario Brothers 2 is what I meant to say.
Well,
When they
yeah.
ported that over to Game Boy, I'm sure you probably played it there. We'll get there. I can see it. I can see it coming up ahead. Don't worry. They reported those fucking games all over the place, man. I never realized it until I got older, but like every system has like Mario Bros 1 through 3 on it, pretty much.
Yeah.
Let me know if I'm muted again. I've been coughing on and off, so I'm trying to mute myself every time I'm ready to cough.
Okay, no worry. All right, so the next game is Mario Paint. Now this one is on the SNES. I have seen this in stores everywhere. It's one of those like $5 games for the SNES that I'm like, I'll get it eventually, but I'm not going to get it now because it's always available at every retro game store I go to. But I still have yet to play it.
Do you actually have it?
No, I never bought it yet because it's the same problem I have with the Wii. I realized I was looking at my Wii collection and I'm like, I don't own like any mainline games for that system. I own a lot of obscure shit because I'm like, when you go into a retro store and you see like the same 7 like Mario games, Link games, whatever, you tend to be like, it's always going to be there. I'll get it later on. The prices for Wii games never really go up by more than like $5, so I'll be fine. But then I'll see like a really obscure thing. Like when I bought Fortune Street, I was like, I've never seen this before. It's Mario mixed with like freaking Dragon Quest. Like, why would I not buy this? And the guy had a copy of it. I'd never seen the game before, so I bought it. But like games like this, like Mario Paint, it literally is. If I went to a retro game store right now, I would find at least one copy of this game there. It's always there. So, but I never played it and I never bought it yet. It's not in my collection yet.
Okay. Then that one was like a weird one. I never actually heard of it, so so no, never played it.
It's a little bit of an offshoot game. What about you, Mike? Have you ever played Mario Paint?
I do remember playing it before, but nothing really spectacular. I mean, there wasn't.
What's the
really
gameplay?
much to it. So if I'm not mistaken, you kind of like, if I'm not mistaken, it might have even included back then a mouse. I don't know if it included it in the game or if you had to buy it or something like that.
I think it was
But you
both.
kind of like utilized it. Was it both? Gotcha. So,
Mario.
yeah.
I'm gonna look it up real quick.
But,
Mario Paint gameplay.
yeah, it wasn't really. I mean, nothing memorable. I'll put it that way. You know?
Is it just like Picross? Or you actually like draw stuff?
I think you draw stuff. If I'm not mistaken.
Hold on, I got it playing right now. I actually think one of my friends had this game. We never played it, but I vaguely remember the mouse, the little gray mouse, and like the game just chilling in like a bucket full of games.
It might have been something like almost like.
Oh, it's like a
coloring book.
Yeah, it's a digital coloring book.
Yeah.
This is whack as
That's
shit.
what I can't remember from it. Yeah, so.
Oh wait, whoa, what is that? What is that? Go back. Did it have Minesweeper in this game? Is that what I'm seeing right now? Oh, you could make music? Why? Wait a minute. I have played this. The music thing unlocked a core memory. I have played this somewhere. I think at my cousin's house actually. I think we fucked around with it a little bit, but yeah, now that I'm watching the gameplay of it, I have 100% played this. But yeah, it's mostly just drawing and like other weird little almost mini game things. Yeah, I did play this. I played the shit out of this. Okay. I'm remembering it now. This is definitely gonna be an F tier for me. now that I remember playing it, yeah, it was fun as a kid, but it is a dumb fucking game. So I'd put it in F. What about you, Mike? Since you're the only other one who's played it, apparently.
I mean, obviously it wasn't anything fantastic in terms of gameplay or memorable stuff. I mean, I know it probably did have inspiration for like other things down the line, most likely.
Mm-hmm.
But because if I remember correctly, like some like maybe composers in particular, like for the Nintendo world, were kind of like influenced, such as by being able to make like certain like notes and music, like you mentioned earlier. But for now, low D.
Low
I don't wanna go,
D.
like, full blown F, but
Nah.
for now.
High F. Come on. What are we talking here? You know what? I will put it above Super Mario Land at least because that game sucks balls. But what do you?
There you go.
What happened to E? Isn't that like between D and F?
People on tier lists normally don't put E because it's just like too many spaces. They usually don't put like a never played
Right.
section either. But I added that because I was like, I know there's gonna be at least a few games that none of us have played. So
We
I
do like school, you know.
yeah. School also skips E's for whatever reason. I guess E would confuse little
Okay,
kids
that's a-
thinking it's
That's
excellent.
a fair point.
So the next game in the list is Super Mario Kart, the original Mario Kart. A lot of people think that N64 Mario Kart is the original. It is not. It was on the SNES first, and the SNES version, in my opinion, is not that awesome. But what are you guys thinking? Who have you played it? Tang, have you played this game?
The first Mario Kart. Ooh.
Yeah, for the SNES. It is on NSO, by the way. That's how I've played it before. I never played it on cartridge.
Hit that one.
Yeah.
Think the earliest one the earliest game that I've played in the Mario Kart series was Mario Kart 64.
Mm.
Technically, no.
What about you, Erica? You played this?
Nope.
Nope. And what about you, Mike? Have you played the SNES version of Mario Kart?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
I did play Super Mario Kart. Yeah.
Do you still have all these games, by the way, like sitting in a closet somewhere?
So believe it or not, the first console I actually legitimately owned was the N64. Back then for the Nintendo or Super Nintendo, I played at my cousin's house. He was a few years older than me, and he had those consoles. But so that's why I remember playing a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, certain things obviously I didn't complete, like we mentioned earlier in the other games for the tier lists. But I definitely remember playing this at his place as well. And for what it was, of course, it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, obviously nothing memorable except for just kind of starting what became obviously one of the greatest spin-off series of all time. But that's with other games down the line. So I would say, to be fair to its history, I would put it as C.
I think I would put it at... Personally, I think I would put it at high D. And my reasoning is because I've played it more recently, not as a kid. And, like, the controls really are not good. And also, just, like, the way the map looks, because it's overhead, it's not, like, behind the cart. So it's like, it's from a top-down view, and I've played other top-down view games before for racing, and you could still tell what things are. But for some reason in the Super Nintendo levels, like, it's really hard to imagine what things are. So, like, I kept running into so many walls because I was like, oh, I didn't realize that was a wall. I thought that was just, like, the edge of the track, you know what I mean? And then you could hit the grass or something, like in the other Mario Kart games. But, like, and then for coins, they're just, like, little dots on the track, so it's a little confusing in my opinion. I think even as a kid I probably would have gotten confused. So for me personally, I'd put it as a high D. You have it as a low C. So
Right.
what are we thinking?
Just for the limitations too back then, obviously, you know, that's why.
This one have a Rainbow Road?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yes.
Did it?
Yeah, because they
Okay.
remade it. Yeah, of course. Because they
Well,
remastered
listen,
it
I
in
don't
Mario
know
Kart
which
Deluxe.
one started
that's
the
right.
first Rainbow Road. That's why I'm asking.
Well, yeah, he's right. A lot of these.
with no guardrails.
Yeah, this one oh yeah, remember Erica? It's the one where.
The one I hate the most. Got it.
So yeah, we'll put that at a low C for now. That might get dropped down into D though when we get the other Mario Karts on this list.
It has that Rainbow Road. Put it in an F for me.
F, okay.
Wow.
Well, with Erica saying that, we'll put it in high D. How about that? We'll put it in high D.
All right, for now, that's fine.
All right, next is Super Mario Land 2 for the Game Boy.
Legend of the Six Coins or something like that, I think.
I'm trying to remember if I played the second one. Let me look up some gameplay. Super Mario Land 2 gameplay. Because, like, the cover looks very familiar. Oh, no, I never played this shit. This guy's he's got, like, a little, like, freaking little Native American looking hat on.
Nope.
I never played this shit. Yeah, you're right. 6 golden coins, that's what it's called. He has a little bunny hat. Yeah, I have never played this. This is not something that's unlocking memories. So, Mike, have you played Mario Land 2?
I don't believe I played this one, no, because I think this
Okay.
one was the original Game Boy, right?
Yeah, this is still original Game Boy. We haven't even hit Game Boy Color yet.
Yeah, I don't believe I've played this one.
Yeah, and I'm assuming, Erica, you haven't played Mario Land 2, right?
But if I remember,
Yeah, because I just looked up some gameplay, and a lot of that was not looking familiar at all. I was like, yeah, I've definitely not played that.
Yeah, I don't think I played it, but if I remember correctly, like maybe Wario might have debuted in this.
Oh, really?
I have to look up. I have to look that up, though. Yeah.
All right, well, you look that
I'm
up.
trying to remember.
But in the meantime, that's definitely going in the never played section.
Yeah.
All Stars SNES.
Assume the role of Mario.
Okay. So this next one is going to be a little bit confusing because it's the Super Mario All-Stars is the first time they did it, and it's a compilation of platform games from the SNES. It contains remakes of, let's see, the Famicom Disk System Super Mario Bros., which is the original NES one, Super Mario Brothers: The Lost Levels, and then Mario Bros. 2 and 3. That's what's on this game. Now, I will say,
Right.
I've played this game, and obviously I've played the ROMs that are on it from the other ones, but it's hard because these are compilation games. So like I feel like they should. I almost feel like they should just automatically go into C or B tier because they're just compilations of what's already on this list.
Like more like the
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or even either that or like just straight up like kind of just put them to the side as maybe like an NA section almost. I mean, I know we don't have that, but because you are right, like how are you gonna really say?
Well, I can add
based
it.
on like for example, yeah, I mean
Add
yeah,
a
if you
row
wanna do that
below.
because, yeah, because like you said, to your point, like it's a compilation game, so and we already went over the individual games themselves, so to kind of put that would be kind of redundant,
Mm-hmm. Okay, we can do it there. Now, for the tally's sake, have you played this, like this actual cartridge, at some point?
I feel like because it was Super Mario like 1, 2, and 3, where it's like encompassed into that one, I think I remember playing that one.
Okay.
I have not played either All Stars,
Okay.
so it's a no for me for both.
What about you, Mike? Have you played the SNES cartridge?
I don't believe so, and if I'm mistaken, it might have like gotten re-released for the Wii or something like that down the line.
Oh,
Yeah.
just wait, brother. It got re-released a
Okay.
lot. Because the next game on the list is the same game but on the Game Boy. And I'll tell you right now, that one I have never played that cartridge. But it's a compilation, so it's going to go into the NA no matter what.
Yeah.
Has anyone played the Game Boy ports of these?
No.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't know it was on the Game Boy, honestly. This is the first time I'm seeing that. Next is Donkey Kong on the Game Boy. I'm pretty sure this is the original Donkey Kong, and
Support probably, yeah.
it is a port, so it's only fair to basically put it exactly where the other one was. Has anyone played the Game Boy port of it, though? Just out of curiosity?
I don't believe I
I
have.
think so.
I mean, like I said,
I have. I have played the Game Boy port. It literally, if this is the same thing, which I think it is,
Nope.
it is literally
I don't think
like,
I've ever even heard of this.
yeah, it's just the original Donkey Kong game that you like climb up the things, but they just ported it over to a Game Boy from the NES. Nintendo does that shit a lot. Because they keep making all these like superfluous fucking cartridges and shit, they just keep porting their stuff onto new systems because they're like, people don't want to play the old systems because they're garbage now. Let's just port it over to the new ones. They don't realize that people keep their old stuff and that people, want.
We can talk about the falls of
Backwards
that-
compat.
of that part of the industry until the towers come home.
But yeah, I've definitely played this one before, so I'm going to mark that on the tally. Next is Mario's Picross, which I'm pretty sure this was a Japan exclusive, for being honest with you. I think this is actually on the NSO online now, so you can play it. So has anyone tried it? Has anyone played Mario Picross?
Nope.
Do you even know what Picross is?
I have not a clue of what Picross is.
What about you, Mike?
I don't believe I ever played it.
All right,
So
so
definitely didn't play it for sure.
Picross, just to explain it a little bit, is like I think it's, if I remember correctly, it's kind of like it's like a picture game. It's like a picture puzzle game where you have to like unlock the picture by, I think basically by playing like, let me see if I can find gameplay of it. So I think there's math involved or there's
Big numbers.
numbers. Yeah,
Something to do with numbers, I think, yeah.
I think it's number. I think it's kind of like I was gonna say Minecraft, Minesweeper-ish. It's like that kind of gameplay, but it's a little different. Because that's what I'm seeing here,
Yeah.
too. It's very popular in
Yeah, I
Japan
think
for
that.
some reason. There's a ton of Picross games, but yeah. Mario Picross, that's going in the never played section. I didn't even know it was on the Game Boy. All right, so the next two games are both Virtual Boy games. I'm just going to safely assume none of us have played the Virtual Boy games before. So
I have not.
Mario Tennis
Very
and
honest
Mario
with it.
Clash on the Virtual Boy are going into the never
Nope.
played section. Because I'm almost guaranteeing you, I don't think any of us even owned a Virtual Boy, right?
I did not.
No. Absolutely not. Although I heard recently someone has made a Virtual Boy. I don't know if you've heard of this actually. Someone made a Virtual Boy mod for the 3DS. So you can get the ROMs for Virtual Boy games and put them on your 3DS, and it works apparently like crazy well. So
Really?
yeah, so that's one way you can play Virtual Boy games without having to buy that stupid headset thing that they sold. I don't know what Nintendo was thinking. Anyone was going to sit there and put that thing on the desk and stare at it for hours. But
They tried something new back then. You know, they still do it to an extent.
yeah, I thought the Virtual Boy came out before the NES. I'm actually weirdly surprised that it came out after the SNES. I'm assuming, according to this tier list, if it's in the whatchamacallit, if it's in the time stamps. But next is Super Mario RPG: Legend of the Seven Stars, the Super Nintendo version specifically. I know I've played this game. I was gonna say I know Erica has not. She's only played the new one. You're muted.
I have.
Oh, Mike, you
Thank
have
you,
played
yes.
it.
I played the original one. Yeah.
I thought you said you didn't play it.
Yes, I have not
Didn't
played
own
the
it.
old one.
Oh, okay, I see.
Didn't own it because once again, Super Nintendo games were through my cousin because he had a lot of them back then.
Okay, and yeah,
I played
Erica has played the new one, not the old one. I do own it though. If you ever want to try it out, I will say it's hella harder than the new one. Holy shit! Watching Erica play that game, I was like, God damn. Maybe I was just a dumb kid because remember, this is the same dumb kid who couldn't get through Super Mario World's fucking third world. But like, I remember our Mario RPG being tough because you couldn't do team attacks, so you had to individually kill everything, and it took forever. So it was like a long ass game too. So this game though, if I'm being honest with you, this is at least A tier for me, man. It was tough as hell, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun. This game took me at least 5 years of my childhood to beat, but I enjoyed this game. So I would put it in A tier. Mike, you said you've played it, but you never owned it, so I don't know how far you got into it. But it had a really good story, really good enemies. It had It had, in my opinion, some of the best turn-based style gameplay, which is where you actually have to put button inputs to do extra damage and stuff. So
Yeah, it was more of like time button.
yeah, time
Yeah,
buttons.
shoot commands.
Yeah.
Right.
So for me personally, it's an A tier game. I don't know about you though.
No, I'll put it in A. I'll put it in A as well. You know, that and now I was kind of. I mean, I know it'll probably be down the road as we go through this list, but same thing with the remake, of course, because obviously it still follows the story pretty much verbatim, just adding things such as the team attacks, like you mentioned as well.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, it was a great game. It was a fun game. Remake was the same way, of course, and just in general, I mean, especially looking back then, that was an amazing collaboration between Nintendo and what eventually would be Square Enix. I think they're called SquareSoft back then, the company.
Yeah.
And who would have thought like an RPG style Mario game would work? And not only did it work, but it spawned other great RPGs, which I'm sure will be on this list as well. So we'll get to that down the road too.
Yeah, absolutely. So we officially have gotten through the SNES category, and I think the Game Boy. Next, we're going into N64 Game Boy Color realm. And the first game on the list, of course, is Mario 64, which for its time, of course, was revolutionary, yada, yada, yada. But let's face it, the controls are dog shit, and the camera is dog shit, but the game was good. So I know Mike has played this. I know I've played it. We know Tang has played it because he literally played it yesterday. Erica, have you played Mario 64? You're muted.
Oh, I thought I was on. I can't tell which the two buttons. I wish they had two different tones to tell me if I'm muted or not.
Usually it would be a slash.
No, it doesn't. But I can only see the full screen. Anyway, yes, I played a little bit only because my dentist's office had it for you to play while you were sitting there waiting for your turn to get your teeth cleaned and poked at and whatnot.
That's a good dentist's office right there.
You got the
Yeah.
best dentist office.
Yeah.
Mike's jealous of
He
shit.
had that one, and then
I am.
my sisters had set up for the monkey ball, whatever, super monkey ball. whatever
Goddamn.
Thing were you spinning?
Okay.
We had some old ass
Yeah,
like
well.
arcade cabinets and Pac-Man and Centipede. That was it.
Yeah, no, I had a good dentist office.
Nice.
But yeah, so what about you, Mike? Because you already heard my little mini rant on this game. And I know Tang, just from watching some of the gameplay yesterday, he was struggling with the controls too,
We
and the
have struggled
camera.
with the controls a lot.
Yeah.
I also played it on the Switch ports, so I'm not 100% sure how it is in the N64 ports, but if they didn't update that specifically, then it's probably the same as the N64 version, which means camera controls were dog shit.
Yeah, no, the camera was dog shit back in the N64 too, but I think the controls were a little bit easier because the stick was not as sensitive. But other than that, yeah, the camera it's like notorious as one of like the worst cameras in gaming. It's like the Mario 64 camera. But what about you, Mike? I have a feeling you have some really good nostalgia for this game.
I do. I absolutely do. Like I mentioned earlier, the N64 was the first console I owned, and that, along with Mario Kart 64, were the first games I actually owned as well. Absolutely loved the game. Had the port on 3D All Stars that came for the Switch later on.
Mm-hmm.
For me, both played great. Loved the story. Obviously, like you mentioned, revolutionized the series in the gaming industry too by going to the full world of 3D. I felt the controls. I mean, obviously for the time, were obviously they felt amazing. Now, obviously they're a different, lower standard, of course, but for me, they still hold up great. Like Warlock mentioned earlier with the 3D All Stars collection, I had that, beat it as well. Got all 120 stars on that one as well. I thought it played great as well. Um, Camera, of course, you have to kind of adjust yourself here and there, but I felt it wasn't like anything too terrible. I mean, for me, it worked. I was able to go through it like with no real issues, so that's a high A for me. There's no way I can put anything lower than that.
Uh, I think I have, despite my gripes with it, it was a very fun game. So I will say like what you said, Mike, B or
I put
A?
it high A. A.
Yeah, I would say high A.
Yeah. I think we lost the other two again, by the way.
Oh dear, we might have
Yeah.
lost them again.
Huh?
Okay.
We
Ricky's
might
there,
have
but I
lost
can't hear
Matt.
Makazi again though.
We gotta fix your Discord too.
Uh-oh.
No,
Uh-oh.
you're okay, Ricky. I can't hear Makazi still though.
I can't even hear him on Twitch anymore.
Microphone,
Does not have
behave.
his mic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, I
Yeah, I'm
can
hearing him.
hear him on Discord.
Yeah, now I hear him again. We lost you for a bit, Makazi, but hopefully you got my high A ranking.
I say like A. Just for
Is your mic?
Like so. Yes, now I'm back.
Right.
Let me mute the Blue Yeti. Fuck you, Blue Yeti, you son of a bitch. All right. All
Okay,
right.
now I can hear you back on Twitch too.
Yeah, no, my computer did a little chime thingy and it said a USB device had failed, and I was like, which one could it be? Because I have like a fucking 100 USB devices in this computer. And as soon as you guys said you couldn't hear me, I unplugged the mic, plugged it back in, and I was like, yeah, it's the mic. It's not working right now. So whatever. But yes, I heard your high A. Tang said high A.
it was
Erica, what
hell
was
of a
your
game.
ranking? That was one I didn't
I
hear.
would say A.
A.
I had a lot of fun with it.
I don't mind putting in A or high B, but I can't justify putting this game above Super Mario World. So would you put it above RPG and just in between? Would you be okay with that?
Yes.
Yes. All right.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
okay. Super Mario World it holds up way better than 64 does. And unfortunately that is just, a product of its time is why. Because the graphics were good for its time, but now, you know what I mean, you play that game and compare it to Super Mario World. Super Mario World is like way better graphically and as well as just gameplay wise in my opinion. So I just couldn't justify putting it above. I almost want to put it below RPG, but honestly, I think they're kind of the same to me. So I'll leave it there for now. Maybe I'll argue that later. But next one is Mario 64. What are we ranking Mario 64? I know all four of us have played that for sure.
I mean, Mario Kart 64.
What did I say?
Just Mario 64, you said.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, Mario Kart 64.
That one was.
I played it,
Those
yes.
were Also, at first time the controls were kind of janky.
Yeah, Erica, you've played Mario Kart 64, right?
No, actually, I don't think I
What?
have.
The fuck?
Mm.
I gave you a tally for no reason.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't give me a tap. Oh, I told you that there is a lot of games in this I have not played. Do not put tally.
I would have
Don't
assumed
assume.
64 though. That's a
No,
safe assumption.
no, I didn't have a Nintendo 64. It was whenever I was at a friend's house or
Mhm.
playing with a cousin or somebody, I would be able to play it, or at my dentist office. But no, I never played Mario Kart 64.
Wow, that is actually surprising to me. We're gonna have to fix that at some point, but anyway.
We have the means.
Oh yeah, we have the means.
We have the technology.
It's on NSO.
Absolutely.
It's on I have the cart. Like we have
Cartridge, yeah.
yeah, we
Mhm.
have plenty.
Yeah.
So for Mario Kart 64, personally, my take on it is, again, it was good for its time, and it set up, in my personal opinion, the best like Mario spin-off style game is the Mario Kart series. Because again, the SNES one wasn't that great, but in terms of holding up over time, unfortunately, I don't think it does do a really good job because again, the controls are very wonky and it feels very slow and sluggish. I would personally put Mario Kart 64 in the C tier.
Yeah, in comparison to all the other Mario Kart games, it's probably C tier.
Yeah, one could even argue maybe high D, but uh, it's definitely better than the SNES one, so that's why I was like
Well,
maybe
probably
Z.
low B, not high B, but yes.
Yeah. So what are you thinking, Mike?
For me, if we put it in C, I would like to do probably higher C, to be honest. Just the fact that, like you mentioned, even though Super Mario Kart was one that started the series itself, Mario Kart 64 obviously brought it more into the known, was highly popular, was a top seller for the N64 itself, and of
Mm-hmm.
course, like just ushered in, obviously, like you said, I agree with you 100%. Probably the greatest Mario spin-off series ever. Um, the courses themselves, despite obviously not having a lot for the time, which was understandable, were a lot of fun and different. In particular, outside of racing, the battle mode was just a lot of fun with your friends.
Yeah.
I remember to this day, like playing on Double Decker, Donut, Skyscraper. I mean, they were just tons of fun. So at the very least, I would put it at upper C if we're going in the C rankings, because I will acknowledge, obviously, when you go beyond that, then of course, the more advances they make to the Mario Kart series, the better it gets. But for
Yeah.
everything that it stood for and helped out the series, at least they would upper C then.
Mm. Peachy Lover, what are you talking about? Mario EXE? I don't know what that is. I don't know if you're just showing up with ROMs now. But yeah, Mario 64, I would definitely put it in the C tier. I don't mind putting it in high C for now. It's definitely better than these three games, I'll say that at least. But yeah, I think what sets it apart from other kart racing games specifically is the fact that it had the battle mode. Because like that
Yes.
was the first like racing game that added that, in my opinion, or if that I can remember at least, because all the other racing games were just pure arcade racing style games. And then this game, and I can't remember, did Diddy Kong Racing have a battle mode? I don't think so, right? I don't think Diddy
That I
Kong
can
Racing.
remember. I don't think it might have. I have to look that up though, to
Yeah,
be
I don't think it
honest.
had. I don't think it had a battle mode, but it was, in my opinion, a better kart game for the N64. So like if that was on here, I would rank that higher than Mario Kart 64. So, but next up is the original Mario Party, the first one, the OG, setting up the second best Mario spin-off franchise.
Agreed.
So
The
let me look
Mario
it up
Party.
real quick. Original Mario Party 1 minigame list. Or actually board game.
They were all great.
I'm trying to remember which boards are in which Mario. That's what always throws me off, is like I have such a hard time. I know I've played all the Mario parties, but I can't remember which boards went to which Mario party, and that's why I'm like, all right, which one is this one?
Let me see.
Okay.
The first one had Wario's Battlefield, Mario's, I think, Sky Castle, because you're in the sky.
The DK Jungle
Uh,
Adventure, Peach's Birthday Cake, Yoshi's
right.
Tropical Island, Luigi's
Okay.
Engine Room.
Yes. Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know, the only two I know is because of the recent edition
Yeah.
as
Oh,
Peach's Birthday
Superstars.
and the Tropical
Gotcha.
Island.
So you've never played the original on N64 then, is what you're saying?
No. Oh no, I might have. Yeah, I might have actually.
I'm
That's
Yeah, I
the
I'm
Game
remember
Boy.
that one.
I'm looking
Mario
at the
Party?
no, the Game Boy is the next game. It's this one.
Oh.
Honestly, looking at this one, I know I've played this because some of these maps look familiar. I don't think I
Yeah, the
played all
maps
the
look
maps
familiar.
in the original one, if I'm being completely honest with you. Because I really don't remember Mario's Rainbow Castle. I don't remember. It says there's 3 unlockable or 2 unlockable levels. I didn't know there was unlockable levels. What the hell's Bowser's Magma Mountain and Eternal Star? I've
That's if you completed the game. I think if you like do all the board games, because eventually, if I remember correctly, sorry to cut you off as well.
no, you're fine.
And I remember this vividly because like how you mentioned like with core memories, I remember this is a core memory of mine too back in my elementary school days. So I remember really quick, like early in the morning before I got ready for school, I was able to complete like one of the last board games because I was just obviously addicted to playing that back then.
What
Yeah,
was
And
that?
Mario Party.
No, the
And
video.
Don't
it was.
worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
okay.
Okay.
And right after doing that, the very next thing that happened was because you have like the major hub where you go to the various modes, including the board game mode.
Hmm.
And I remember that Bowser stole like all the stuff you stashed in like the bank. And then you had to go to the other additional maps to recollect everything. So that's why I remember all that stuff. It was a lot of
Okay.
fun. It was cool. It was interesting. Yeah, so that was that.
Give me 1 second, guys. I'm trying to ban someone, but it's popping up in my other screen.
Got it.
Thank you. I always forget how to do that the easy way.
There is an easy way to do it, but it doesn't
Yeah.
work on the OBS version.
Yeah, I was hoping. Oh, that's why. I was hoping it would pop up like in a different window, but it kept popping up
No.
in this window, so it kept blocking it and shit. Whatever stupid video he posted. But anyway, yes. So for Mario Party 1, I definitely played it. I don't remember playing all of it, I guess, but I would, it's good. I would rank it like probably C, in my opinion.
Yeah, about a C.
What are you thinking,
I
Mike?
would do high. I would do high C as well.
So this is a game we've all played, right? For the tally
Yeah.
sake.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
All right. So yeah, we'll put it in the C tier. I'm thinking probably after Mario Kart. Actually, I'll put it above Mario Kart. What do you think? Before or after?
Above Mario Kart, probably, yeah.
Either way, I think it was good. Because they kind of belong neck and neck. I would say.
Mm-hmm. All right. Next up is this is a game I actually cannot read. The print is so damn tiny. Let me see if I can get it zoomed in. Here we go. This one is where'd it go? Super Mario Bros. Deluxe on the
Never
Game
heard
Boy
of it.
Color. Is that just Super Mario Brothers again? What is this? Super
It might be. That was what for the
Mario
GameCube, you said?
Bros. Deluxe. It's on the Game Boy Color. Let me type in Game Boy Color because there's a bunch of deluxe fucking things.
I was about to say the Switch has one too.
It
so.
does. You're right. Because the cartridge looks familiar, but
It does too. I'm like trying to look at it.
Game Color.
I think I might have actually had this one and played it.
Is a platform game released on the Game Boy Color in '99, the remake of the '85 NES Mario Bros. And including Lost Levels. That's it. Okay, so
Yeah,
it was just
same,
a re-release of
yeah,
Mario
same
Bros.
here.
Deluxe and the Lost Levels, pretty much.
Yeah, but I don't
Yes,
remember
I
the
had
name.
this.
You
I
had
do
this?
not.
I feel like
I
I
had this and I
played it.
played it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
definitely played
I
it.
played it.
All right.
Because
So
I remember the one where there's like the green booze or whatever.
I don't remember that. But what about you, Mike? Have you played the Game Boy Color Mario Bros. Remake? Basically, is what it is, or
I
port?
remember it, but I don't think I played it.
All right. It's not very memorable, and it's basically just Mario Bros. 1 and the Lost Levels. So I don't know. It was okay, I guess. I played it on Game Boy. I would just put it in like I don't know. Would this be another NA, you think, or should we put it in like the same tier as Mario Bros. 1?
I mean, if it's
Might
like
be,
another
might be an NA.
rehash, yeah.
I would say like like C or D.
Yeah, because what it is it's Mario Bros. 1, which we put in B, and Mario Bros. The Lost Levels, which we put in C. So if we put it in the list, it would have to go basically in between those two games. And are we
Yeah,
gonna
I can see it there.
claim that this game is better than Mario Party and Mario Kart 64?
No, I'll put an NA
No.
probably.
So it's got to be NA or it's got to be right here after the
Okay.
Lost Levels.
NA. I'm fine.
NA? Okay. Next would be Mario Golf on the Game Boy Color, which apparently this is an RPG style golf game. Oh, I'm sorry. The next one's Mario Golf on the N64 first. That's the one without the
Right.
RPG elements in it. Has anyone played Mario Golf on the N64?
Yes.
All right. I have not. Erica, have you played Mario Golf? You said you didn't play any of the sports games, right?
Nope.
What about you, Tang? Play the N64 Mario Golf? Tang?
Will I?
No.
No? Okay. All right, so that means Mike, you get to rank it by yourself. What do you rank in Mario Golf 64?
I mean, it started another like fun series as well, which did have better iterations down the line.
Mhm.
But for the time, it wasn't anything like fantastic by any means. But it was fun for what it was. So I'll probably put it like low C.
Low C. All right.
Yeah, I think it's fair.
And then Mario Golf for the Game Boy Color, which was the same game ported over, only they added a whole ass RPG onto it for some reason. Everyone claims it's better than the N64, but I personally have not played it. It is on NSO now though, so I can play it there. But what about you, Mike? Have you played this one?
The color one, no. Game Boy Color, no.
All right. I'm assuming no one else has played it, right?
Nope.
All right. So now we have the
Maybe
chance
another
at least.
sports game.
At least we have the chance now. We can go on NSO and play it. But next would be Mario Party 2. Now, this one is the one I remember the most from my childhood. So this one I would argue would be a solid B tier, like a high B game compared to Mario Party 1. Because this was the one where they dressed up. This is the one where the mini games were a lot more fun. The dueling
Yeah, I
games
never
were
played
cool.
this one.
So never played for Tang. I played it. Mike, I'm assuming you've played this.
Yes.
Erica, did you play Mario Party 2 on the N64?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Unfortunately, the Mario Party games are some of the most expensive for retro collecting. So if I don't have it already, which I do think I have Mario Party 2, because I think I have my childhood copy still. But if you don't have it, it's like a $50, $60 game now. So,
I kind of figured.
but although that could have changed recently, I think prices have been dropping recently. But yeah, for me personally, I would put this definitely in B, probably high B tier, like above Mario 2 and 3. What about you, Mike? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, I could see that for now because it's a lot of fun. And like I said, the Mario Party games obviously got better and better with
Mm-hmm.
the more mini games they added, the types of boards they had, the themes, up to a certain extent. Because then when we get throughout the tier list, I'm not going to spoil it by saying it now, but to a certain extent, they get better. Then they kind of like stop and they get better again. But yeah, I'm
Mm-hmm.
okay with B. That's a fair for
Yeah,
number 2.
because Mario Party 2 had Pirate Land, awesome. Western Land, awesome.
Yeah.
Space Land, awesome. Mystery Land was awesome. Horror Land, which was cool. And then Bowser Land, which I definitely unlocked because I remember this one. And then Minigame Trial, yeah, that's a different other thing. But yeah, this one, all of the levels were awesome to me. Whereas with Mario Party, the first one, I feel like there was a couple good ones and a couple that were like, well, you played it once and you never went back. You know what I mean?
There's some good ones, some bad ones.
Right. But let's see what else we got. All right, so the next one is Mario Tennis for the N64. Has anyone even played the N64 Mario Tennis?
Yes.
Of course you have. Played all these damn sports games. Go outside and touch some grass,
Yeah,
Mike.
fun, man. Yo, listen, man. I do that too, but it's fun. All right, so.
What about you, Erica? I know you said you haven't played any sports games. And Tang, have you played
Nope.
Mario Tennis on the
No
N64?
sports, not that sports game.
It is a negatory.
Yeah, I never played the Mario Tennis either, so this is solo you, Mike. Mario Tennis for the N64. Keeping in mind the better Game Boy Color version of it is coming up soon if you haven't played it. That one also apparently had RPG elements added in that were stripped out for the N64 one.
Gotcha. Yeah, I didn't do the Game Boy Color version because, like I said, like especially back then, I kind of focused more on the home consoles, and would be like till later on, got like a few more for the um handhelds, such as Game Boy Colors and stuff like that. But a lot of fun. Once again, like definitely introduce another popular spin-off series that still exists to this day with like other games that came out afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably put this like in the same ranking with Mario Golf. So what I do for that, I think I put like that in C. If I'm not
C, low
mistaken.
C. Is it better than Mario Golf or worse?
I would say better. It was a little more fun because a little more action compared to golf, obviously,
Mhm.
especially if you weren't a fan of golf. It was kind of a little more slower based. So I'll put it above golf then in that ranking.
Okay. All right. I got it in C tier, lower C, but still above Mario Golf, but not as good as the Donkey Kong games. I feel like we're gonna have to rearrange C tier because C I think is gonna be our biggest tier later on. But next up is Mario. I'm sorry, Paper Mario for the N64. This one I have played. Erica, you're muted, but I did hear you said you played this one.
I have played this, yes.
Tang, have you
Sorry.
played Paper Mario, the original?
No.
No?
Did you really hear me through my door like that?
Yeah, through the door and my headphones. Yes, I can hear you.
Hey,
And and Mike, I know you've played Paper Mario for sure.
Yes. I
Yeah,
did.
this is a classic. I never beat it though, unfortunately, because it was my brother's game technically, and he wasn't the greatest at sharing, so like
I
I didn't
know
get as
because
much
you
time
gave
on
me
it.
your old thing, and your brother was on it several times over for all saved spots.
Yeah,
Except
that makes
for
sense.
you had one, but it
Did you
didn't get
delete
very
a save
far.
file?
Maybe.
Whose did you delete?
Obviously, your brother's. I wasn't gonna
Yeah,
delete
but did you
yours.
delete one of his better ones or his worse ones?
One of his better ones.
Oh wow,
Dun,
that's just
dun,
disrespectful.
dun.
Absolutely
Ah,
disrespectful.
ah,
You
what
always delete
the
the
heck?
weakest one. When I booted up, I don't know if I saw this on stream, but when I booted up the SNES cartridge for Super Mario World, because that's not I never had as a kid, so I bought it off of a retro game store. It had save files in it, and I saw that it had all of them were taken, but one of them had like 5% done or something like that, and then one had like 90% done. I was like, I can't, in good faith, delete the 90% done. That's just not right.
Oh
So
yeah,
I deleted like
well,
the
you
5%
already
one.
completed two of them, completely completed. So I just happened to pick one of the completed ones.
Oh, okay. You didn't say it like that. I thought it was like the only completed file. You were like, yeah, fuck this kid,
No, no, no.
delete.
There was two completed files. I deleted one of them.
Okay, that's not as bad again. But yeah, so I mean, you've played a little bit of it. I consider it a classic, but again, I haven't played a lot of it. And then Mike, I'm assuming you also consider it a classic. What are we rating this guy? Because I'm leaning towards A tier for sure, but I don't know where in A tier. That's the hard part. Like, is it better than Mario RPG? Is it worse? I feel like it might be a little bit better because it had better characters because they were different. It wasn't just like your mainline people, you know. But
Yeah.
Mario RPG also had weird characters. They had Mallow and what's his face, the guy in the blue,
Gino.
yeah, and Gino.
Gino, yeah.
Whereas like I remember Paper Mario, you had like the flying Koopa guy, you had the little ghost, you had the other Koopa guy, a Goomba. Who else was your teammates in that game? Do you remember?
You had Goombario, who's the Goomba. I
Yeah.
think Cooper was his name. I have to try to remember because then in the
Yeah, it's fun.
sequel Paper Mario game, there's also very similar ones too. I think there was Perry Carey because he was like a delivery man.
hmm
I'm trying to think who else. There was a Boo as well. Was
Yeah,
it
there was
called like
a
Lady Boo or something, or
yeah, it
Lady
was like a
Bo, something like that? I
female.
think
It was
she
like a
was.
female Boo.
Yeah, because she was like a rich
Yeah.
Boo or something like that too. I think. No, I think she was. I think she was like a butler or something like that.
I don't
If I'm
remember
not
that
mistaken
part.
on that one. Yeah.
I don't remember that
So
part.
yeah, but it was a lot of fun too. That was a great game as well. Um, I'm okay with like putting that kind of like neck and neck with the Mario RPG game because essentially it was the spiritual successor to Mario RPG. So I'm
hmm
okay with like however we want to dice that one with the A ranking as well. To be honest.
Okay. What about you, Erica? You played a little bit of it. You had a good time.
I actually really enjoyed it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Uh, I mean, I only played like what chapter one of it basically. I do. It makes me want to keep playing it though. I've been trying to hold off because I want to stream it, but I really enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed Super Mario RPG. So for me, it's part of an A category.
Okay, just looking at the pictures, I can't find a comprehensive list for some fucking reason. But do you want to know other characters you get, Erica? Or do you want me not to spoil it for you?
No, you can tell me.
So at some
I'm
point
looking
you
somewhat
get
at
a
the
little
pictures.
Bombette, and you get I think you get a Lakitu for a little while. I don't know if he stays with you though. But oh, here we go. Here's the party members: Goombario the Goomba, Cooper the
Hmm.
Koopa, Bombette the little bomber person, Parakarry. How do you remember all this shit, dude? The Paratroopa. Then you got Lady Bo, Watt, that was the
There
other
you go.
one. You get Watt, the little electrical guy. Sushi,
Okay.
the cheap, and then Lacilester, which is a Lakitu, and he helps you fight. So yeah, you get a lot of teammates, and I feel like those teammates, in my opinion, were cooler than the Mario RPG one. So like, it, I watched my brother play this game a lot. I didn't play it myself again, but like I would put this just above Mario RPG, possibly even more than Mario 64, in my personal opinion. But I don't know if that's
Uh,
a fight you're willing
I
to
wouldn't
to
put it
fight
above
for.
Mario. See, and even though I've played only somewhat of Mario 64, I wouldn't put it above it.
Hmm. So what are we
The
thinking?
one thing, compared with like Super Mario RPG is the switching out of characters constantly so far when I'm playing it is kind of tough. I kind of miss it where I could just, you know, select a few to play
Mhm.
with, but it's only one other character you fight alongside with, at least so far. I don't know if that changes though. I could be wrong. We'll
I don't
find
think
out
it
when I
does.
continue playing it.
I don't remember it changing. I think you always only have like one homie with you.
Well, I mean, do you
Yeah,
want to
no,
spoil it for her or no?
yeah.
I can't remember.
Yes.
She said she
Yes,
didn't
spoil
care.
it for me,
So
Mike.
Yeah, no, it's only 2 people at a time, including
Yeah,
Mario.
Okay.
two
Yeah.
characters at a time.
That's what I thought.
Actually,
See,
okay,
they
I
have to
but
have one companion at a time.
but
You
and
can't have like
I will say this takes it for me. And you play as Peach for a little while and you can make a cake. I mean, come on. You don't get much better gameplay than that, bro. Like Paper Mario, that it's almost getting into S tier for me. I didn't even beat the fucking game. I really did think this game was cool, and I played enough of it to
I
know.
like it a lot.
You know what? Also,
No.
Paper Mario has above some of these other games. Whereas, from what I remember, Mario RPG didn't really have a lot of mechanics in terms of like items. Like it had some, you had some clothes. Don't get me wrong. Paper Mario took that to the next level because they had like a lot of like items and customization. From what I remember with their badges, right? That's what they had in this game. You could get different
So
badges that did
that's
different things.
so here's the thing. So I can't remember 100% if badges were introduced in Paper Mario 64, or if they came out in the sequel afterwards, which we'll get to down the list or not.
Hmm.
So that I have to look up because I'm not
Well,
sure if there
I'm
was
seeing a
badges
picture right
just yet in that
here.
one.
I'm seeing a picture right here where he's in a room with a bunch of badges. So it's definitely in 64 as well.
Okay, so fair enough then. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a little butler. How do you remember this shit, bro? Bootler, the butler.
There you go. See.
You give like a memory of a fucking like steel trap over here. All right, but yeah, so for me personally, A tier definitely. I don't know, man. I think Super Mario World and Paper Mario 64 might be S tiers for me personally. So that's what I would argue. But I don't know about you guys.
For me, I'm willing to definitely put it in A. If you like to put it just above RPG, because it takes the great elements of RPG and makes it even better, like you mentioned earlier too, with certain aspects that I'm okay
Mhm.
with. I can't put it above Mario 64 though.
Mhm.
That'll be honest with you, because I think just having essentially, I know obviously it's different genres, so it's a little unfair too. But for me, I can't like put like the turn base over the action adventure,
Mhm.
kind of
Mhm.
type of game that 64 was. So I'll put like right in between those two. I would say then for the A rankings, the high A rankings.
Okay. Okay. We can leave it there for now. Next up is Mario Tennis to Game Boy Color. We already decided no one's played that shit. And then after that would be Mario Party 3, which let me see what the worlds were for Mario Party 3. That's how I'm
Which I think
remembering
was,
what it was. Mario Party 3 is
I
Chilly
think,
Waters. Okay. Deep Bloober Sea. Oh, I do remember that shit. Spiny Desert. Woody Woods, which is on the new one too. Creepy Cavern,
mhm.
which I don't remember that one. And then Waluigi's Island, which is unlockable, and I don't remember that one either. I don't think we. I'm starting to remember. I think me and my brother played Mario Party 2 the most, but we did own all three. So for me, Mario Party 3 would just basically be um next to Mario Party 1. Like, but I don't know about
That's
you
fair.
guys.
Never.
I think that's fair. I played it, so you can put that in the tally as well.
Yeah.
I think that's fair as well. Yeah, because I don't remember like really anything too special with it. But it was a lot of fun, obviously.
Hmm.
So yeah, and I think that's fair. I think it's definitely fair right there to put it with it.
Yeah. What is this? Yeah, I was tempted to look up like the list of mini games, but I'm like, there's so many mini games, I'm not gonna look them all up. But just in
Yeah,
terms of, I can
there's too
tell
many
from the
to keep track.
boards, Yeah, I can tell from the board some of the gameplay mechanics too, because like when I'm looking at Mario Party 4's boards, it's remembering me like, oh yeah, they had different types of items and like banks and all that other shit added in. So like,
Well,
but we'll get there when we get there. But
yeah, because then you're going to the GameCube range. So yeah, that's why.
yeah. So the next one would be this Mario game, which I can't read the fucking thing because it's so tiny. What is that? Okay, so it's after. What the hell game is this? Super Mario. I cannot read what that says. It's on the Game Boy Advance. Let me see. I'm gonna have to zoom in, so the screen's gonna get a little wonky for a second. Let's see, where are you? Where'd you go? I just had you. Okay. It just says Super Mario Advanced.
Yeah.
This is just another compilation,
Sounds like it.
and I've definitely never played it on the Advanced.
Definitely never played it.
So we're gonna put it in the NA section with the other one. Mario Kart Super Circuit. Now this is not a port. This is actually its own Game Boy Advance Mario Kart game, which I know Mike has played because he's mentioned it a billion times. I've never played it before, and I'm gonna safely assume neither have Erica and Tang.
Nope.
No.
So, Mike, where do you rate the Mario Kart Super
Actually,
Circuit for the Game Boy
Game Boy
Advance?
Advance? No.
Yeah, Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, I owned it, played it. That was a lot of fun too. Going back really quick, by the way, before I finish the point with Advanced Circuit. So I
Mhm.
think Super Mario Advance, if I'm not mistaken, was the first of a lot of ports for the Game Boy Advance. If I'm not mistaken, that one might have been a port of Super Mario Brothers 2.
Yeah, yeah, it's got the
Yeah,
little
just heads up.
it's got Birdo on it and stuff too, and he's pulling a turnip out of the ground. So I figured it was the port for 2, but again, it's a port, so
Yeah,
we're just gonna put it in the NA. I just want to know if
right, which
anyone
is fine.
played it
Yeah,
for the sake of the tally, but none of us have played the Game Boy Advance one, so
gotcha.
yeah.
Okay. Going back to Super Circuit, played it. I thought it was a lot of fun. Obviously, what was interesting about that one, and obviously this is because of the capabilities of the Game Boy Advance for back then, it kind of brought it back to like the old school of the Super Mario Kart game because it was kind of like
So it's
that viewpoint with
so it's
like you
garbage.
mentioned earlier, Kamikaze. Well, I wouldn't say garbage, but it was fun though for what it
So it's
was.
trash. Just say it's trash.
It felt a little more enhanced graphics wise because of obviously Game Boy Advance having a little bit more in terms of obviously what the Super Nintendo had back then. But I
Hmm.
mean, nothing crazy special, but it was fun. Had like a good soundtrack for a lot of the courses. Some of which made their way back in the DLC for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, like I think it was Sky Garden, as well as one of the Bowser Castles, one of the more later Bowser Castles that got redone in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Hmm.
It was fun for what it was. I guess C I would put that at
See.
because it was fun. I'm not gonna say like it was like garbage and unplayable because that'd be like a little unfair, but obviously nothing crazy special. And like I said, kind of brought it back to a basic state, with the coins on the ground too and stuff. But
Hmm.
it was fun for what it was. I enjoyed it.
All right, so the next Game Boy Advance game is Super Mario World, which is just a port of Super Mario World from the SNES on the Advance. So I'm just going to put this in the NA section, but has anyone played the Game Boy Advance version for the tally? I'm going to go with
Yes.
probably not. Oh, you have. Okay,
No.
so
Yep. Yeah.
yes for
Yeah. I
Mike.
bought
Probably
that one.
not.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like you said, pretty much that I think was Super Mario Advance 2, which is obviously Super Mario World when it got ported to the Game Boy Advance.
Hmm.
And obviously it's just like Super Mario World. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, that's all I can say about that because we already know Super Mario World is amazing.
Yeah. So next is we're in the GameCube now, guys. Mario Sunshine, one of the most argumentative game out there. So many people hate this game for some reason. I personally, my brother owned it and played the shit out of it. I personally never got a chance to play it. I feel like I probably played it for like 5 minutes, legitimately, because again, like I said, my brother wasn't the biggest sharer, and the GameCube was his system though, it wasn't ours. Because like the N64 originally was supposed to be our system, and then he wouldn't share, so my parents got me my own. But but like Super Nintendo was our system. The Game Boys we each had our own, but like GameCube, I remember I think he got it for his birthday or something. Like it was 100% his system. So like he was the one who was in control of like what games would be bought for it, and like he got more playtime on it a lot than I did. So, but Mario Sunshine, a lot of people hate on this game. I'm gonna put that I did play it because I do remember at least trying it out. But I know I didn't get very far at all. I probably collected like 2 of the shine sprites or whatever the fuck they're called in that game, and that's about it.
Lost lines.
Yeah, but Erica, have you played Sunshine?
I have not.
Tang,
I've played a bit of it.
you play a little bit, okay.
Maybe,
And then
maybe
Mike, I'm
not
gonna say
too much.
yes.
Yes, absolutely played it, owned it. I loved it. I thought it was a lot of fun. The reason I guess fans were somewhat divided, with some saying it was kind of like whatever. I guess in general, you wouldn't say it was a terrible game. I guess you would say in terms of the 3D action adventure Mario games, it was like probably lesser on the list compared to other ones, just for the fact that it was different first and foremost. Obviously, you
Hmm.
weren't in the Mushroom Kingdom itself. You didn't have a lot of like classic enemies returning. You had like a lot more like newer ones. So you didn't have like the traditional Goombas. You had like some kind of like I forgot what they were called. But it was like a creature that was kind of similar to them. It
Hmm.
did introduce Petey Piranha. He made his debut in that one, so that was kind of
Yep.
cool. It did introduce Bowser Jr. as like Bowser's
Oh
actual
right.
son.
Hmm.
Oh,
Um,
And
I thought
banger
it was fun.
soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yes,
The soundtrack
it was a
good.
good original soundtrack for a lot of things. I thought it was a lot of fun. The mechanics with Flood was a lot of fun too. It was different, obviously. I
I
think
know
that's why like some
people.
fans were kind of mixed with it.
I was gonna say, yeah, I know a lot of people struggled with the mechanics of it, and I think that's why it gets a bad rap. But again, I feel like all the 3D Mario's like have like issues with their mechanics just because again, like Nintendo likes to make weird ass controllers, and so that makes it hard to play the games later on in life because you have to go backwards. It's not like now where now anything that's come out for like the Switch and kind of somewhat for like, Xbox 360 and all that other stuff, like the controllers are almost all the same now. It's just a point of how sensitive they are and how good they feel. But like back then, like they were getting really weird and experimental with their like GameCube controllers and 64
Oh yeah,
controllers,
the game.
the fucking Wiimotes, the Wii U pad, like that shit was getting wonky. So and I mean even the Joy-Cons are fucking weird and shitty. So but where would you rate Mario Sunshine, Mike, since you're really the only one who actually got real gameplay on it?
Um, I'll put Sunshine in the B tier for
Okay.
sure. Because I agree, like in terms of the other Mario 3D action adventure games, it's probably on the lesser side, but a lot of fun for what it was. I had a lot of cool like worlds you kind of saw on Isle Delfino, which is where the game was based in. Was cool because you had like certain levels that had Yoshi, albeit the mechanic was a little different because you had to feed him like specific like fruit to hatch him and stuff.
Hmm.
But it was fun. It was cool. I enjoy like the various things with Flood because you had like the different nozzles between like
Yeah.
hover, jet mode, stuff like that. I would say B, definitely B. It was fun.
Would
It
you
was
put
definitely fun for what it
this?
was.
The B tier list right now is Mario Party 2, then Super Mario Brothers 2, then Super Mario Brothers 3, then Mario Brothers 1, and now Sunshine. Where would you put Sunshine?
I would put Sunshine. See, it's tough too because like you're dealing with so many different like genres and types of games
Hmm.
in the Mario universe.
You just gotta ask yourself, what did you have
I'm
more fun with? What was a better game, like mechanically and stuff?
see that's also like almost impossible too if you're being subjective because obviously you're gonna have a lot of fun with Mario Party because you're gonna have, especially back in the day, it was like perfect like couch gameplay with your friends.
Hmm.
Everyone came over, you ordered pizza, what I'm saying, you played
Yep.
Mario Party, it was a ton of fun and stuff like that. Whereas if you play like something like Mario Sunshine, it was a ton of fun too, like just going through the challenges of the levels. Um, I would put it. All right, I guess if we're gonna put like all of them lumped together, I would maybe put it. You know what? Personally, I have to put it on the top of the B list. I do
Top.
because I
Okay.
thought it was a lot of yeah. Personally, because like going to like the story of Mario as well. Them
Hmm.
adding Bowser Jr., Petey Piranha, Toadsworth as well. Actually, that was his debut as well as like the main Toad under Peach and stuff like that.
Hmm.
It has some significance with it in addition to being a fun game. So I'll put it in the first B ranking then.
Okay. So the next one is going to be Mario Party 4 for the GameCube. Now I'm looking at
Yes.
the list of levels. We got Toad's Midway Madness, Goomba's Greedy Gala, Boo's Haunted Bash, Koopa's Seaside Soiree, Shy Guy's Jungle Jam, Bowser's Gnarly Party, which was unlockable. And I'm really having a hard time remembering all the mechanics of this game, but based off the maps, I do remember enjoying this game. So I definitely played it for sure.
It was
Uh,
fun.
Mike's played it. Erica, Tang, have you
Yes.
played Mario Party 4 for the GameCube?
nope.
I'm gonna say no for Tang as well, I'm guessing. But yeah, no, it was a fun game. I don't know if I'd put it above 1 or 3, honestly. I think I would just stick it right under 3. It was okay. Like I don't remember
What
anything
were the
spectacular
maps
about it.
like for Mario Party 4?
they're very straightforward. Like I'm looking at them right now on like the wiki, and they're just like really straightforward. There's nothing too crazy about them. They all have like obviously one little mechanic that changes them from each other. They have item shops on them. They have the boo spaces. They have banks, which I don't think Mario Party 3 had all those mechanics.
Yeah, I don't think so, not yet.
I think Mario Party
That's
3 had item shops and boos. I don't remember them having banks though. Oh no, it did have a Koopa Bank. Okay. But yeah, it just improved a lot of stuff. I remember the mini games for the GameCube one specifically where it just got better and better.
I never. I also
So
never played that.
I would put it basically above 3 and in between 1
I
Okay.
think
in the C tier.
I'm
yeah,
okay
I
with
don't think
that.
I remember
I'm
playing
okay
this
with that, yeah.
one. Guys,
Did you play this one, Tang? I didn't hear you before.
I might have. It looks it looks familiar.
I'll
It
put it
might
I'll put
bring
it down as you did.
Yeah,
So
this
next
looks familiar.
up would be Super Mario 3 on the Game Boy Advance. We've already talked about this. That's an NA because it's a compilation. Has anyone actually played it though on the Game Boy Advance?
No.
That I don't think I did know.
Yeah, me neither. So next one would be Mario Tour on the GameCube, which I know Mike has played. I have never played it, and sports game, so I'm gonna assume you two haven't played it either.
Say that one again because you like broke up on my side when you were
Oh,
announcing
sorry.
the title.
Mario Golf Toadstool Tour.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay, yes,
yeah,
yes, played
Yeah.
it, yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, that's a Mike only. So, Mike, where are you gonna
Yeah.
rate this one? I have heard a lot from
Uh,
a lot of people that it's one of the best Mario Golf games.
It is. They would be correct in saying that actually. It definitely improved upon Mario Golf 64 by far. I mean, obviously just by going from, N64 to GameCube, of course, visually it looks a lot better.
Mhm.
That's a given. Soundtrack was great, the courses were great. Even to this day, like, just remember playing like on the Peaches like Gardens level, listening to the music there, Bowser's Badlands. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I loved it. I actually loved it. And yeah, no, that was great. I would put that like in the B tier to be honest. It was
B.
one of the best ones in the series.
I figured as
Toadstool
much.
Tour, yeah.
Would you put that?
Yeah.
I feel like off of just your explanation, I'm assuming you're gonna put that above or below Mario Party 2.
I'd have to put it above to be honest.
Above. Is that's got
Yeah.
multiplayer in it too, right?
Toadstool Tour?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, next up
Yeah.
is Mario Kart Double Dash, which arguably it used to be one of my favorite Mario Karts, but I tried playing it like as an adult and the controls are very fucking wonky, but I remember being really good at it as a kid, so I still think it's one of my favorite ones. I just don't think it holds up very well.
In comparison to the other ones, no, but I did like the new mechanic of two characters in one car.
Yeah, the two characters in one car thing, the fact that you could play co-op, for someone with a brother, again, that was good for
Yeah.
us to play together. And then also I liked that the items were like pseudo specific to which characters you pick, so you could like mix and match. That was a lot of fun. But Erica, have you played Double Dash?
I played it with you, I believe.
I was gonna say, I remember
not
you
that
and me
long
and Jesse,
ago.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the first time I had ever played it. It wasn't bad, but I really had a hard time with the whole mechanics of switching the characters.
Yeah.
I did like the whole each character does something different or gets something more often than others.
Yeah.
That was definitely interesting, and that you could switch them off like that. I liked some of the maps for it as well. Um, it was a good game, but I definitely struggled with the mechanics when we first played it.
hmm Yeah. I would say this is definitely above Mario Kart 64 for sure, but I still kind of feel like it should be in C tier. Maybe low B's. What are you thinking, Mike?
I would say so to echo a lot what you guys have said, obviously Mario Kart Deluxe, I'm sorry, not Mario Kart Deluxe, Mario Kart Double Dash was it was fun. It was certainly interesting having the two people teams. That was a lot of fun, especially like you said earlier, Mikazi playing with either a relative or a friend. Like it was a lot of fun in that regards. So it was interesting. I will say that in premise, having the specific items was a neat feature, but in practice, it actually was not the greatest of things because,
Mm-hmm.
for example, like as you're racing, right? If you can truly use a golden mushroom to help your chances to get to first at the end, unless you were Toad or Toadette, you were not getting that item. You know,
Yeah. I
if you
mean,
needed some fireballs to like clear the path, you had to be Mario and Luigi. So for that, it was kind of like,
let's get real
damn,
here. Everyone always picked Red Koopa, Paracoopa, because
well, yeah,
he had
you get
red
the triple
shells, and
shells.
yeah, and
Yeah,
you could get trip red shells. Like I used to play
yeah,
Red Koopa and I think Toad. That way, I'd get the big mushroom, and then I'd get the red shells like on demand, like all the time.
right.
It was a great
That's
combo.
what I'm saying.
But that's what
Yeah, it
also made it
was.
kind of
That's what.
interesting. So like that you could combo like that and stuff. But yeah. So for me, like I said, me personally, I would put it low B, maybe high C. What are you thinking?
Yeah, about like low B, high.
I can
I
go with that.
probably, yeah, I'd probably go high C, honestly.
High C. All right, that's fine. I know there's other Mario Kart games coming up that are going to be probably in the A and B and maybe even S tiers. So I'm not
Right.
too worried about
Oh,
that.
let's not go there. Let's not go
But
there.
next up will be Mario Party 5. Let me look up the maps real quick. We have Toy Dream, Rainbow Dream, Pirate Dream, Undersea Dream,
Okay.
Future Dream, and Sweet Dream, and Bowser's Nightmare. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you right now, I did not play Mario Party 5 based off of that.
Nope.
I thought
Oh,
I did
gotcha.
based off of the artwork on the cover, but I 100% did not play this game. So I think that's a Mike only game
That
unless
does not sound
I
familiar at all.
Tanks played it.
No.
I did play it. You were correct about that.
hmm So where would you
It was
rate Mario
fun.
Party 5?
Phew.
It's tough because a lot of the Mario parties kind of bleed together, but I'm starting to think
They do.
I think Mario Party 4 was the last one I played as a kid, and then I skipped to whenever the Wii ones came out. I don't think I've
We won
played
this Mario
any. I don't
Party.
think I played 5, 6, 7, 8, or 8 or 9. I think.
Really, gotcha.
Yeah, I think I
I
skipped
would put
ahead until
like
Switch.
I'd probably put like 5, like right next to 4, to be honest.
Where did we put
Really
4?
didn't add
Okay.
anything in particular. But still a lot of fun, of course. Having friends over and just playing. So I
hmm
think that probably the most fair way to place it. Because then when we get to 6, it did kind of add a little something to maybe just make it a step above. But we'll get to that later on. But yeah, for
hmm
now, I'll put 5 like with 4.
Okay.
Pretty much in the same range.
All right. So next up is Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. This is the continuation of the, kind of RPG landscape that they were going with. I definitely played it as a kid. This is on the Game Boy Advanced.
You guys keep going. I'll be back.
Okay, I'm assuming
Sure.
Eric hasn't played it. Tang, have you played Superstar Saga?
Mm-mm. I
And
heard
Mike?
about it, and I saw some people play it, but I haven't played it myself.
Yeah. And Mike, have you played Superstar Saga?
Absolutely, yes.
All right. This one, I don't really remember the story all that well, but I do remember the characters, like the beans and all that stuff. So, and I remember having a lot of fun as a kid. So I'd probably put this somewhere in the C, maybe B tier personally, because I do remember it somewhat, but I definitely would have to replay it for the story at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I would put this definitely in the B category.
hmm
To echo what you said as well, this also was the start of another Mario RPG series, because obviously the Superstar Saga led to the Mario and Luigi collections of like various other games too. It was a
Yeah.
lot of fun. It was based upon you going to the nearby Bean Kingdom. I think like Peach had like her voice stolen by this villain named Cacletta, with
hmm
Yeah, I
her
think so.
minion named
Like
Fawful. Yeah, and her minion Fawful, which a lot of fans like loved because of the way he talked, like "I have fury" and stuff like that. And then at one point, Bowser like lost his memories and got picked up by some like robber, like mugger kind of guy. And
Mhm.
Bowser had like a bandana over his head, almost like the Shills
Oh,
kind of do.
yeah, I
It's
remember
called like
that.
Rookie or something like that. Yeah, remember that? So that was
Yeah.
pretty funny.
mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean they have great and funny stories. All the Mario and Luigi saga games do, just like the Mario games do.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. For me, I'll put it in B for sure. Solid B.
I think I would. For B, I think I would put it kind of. I think I'd put it behind Mario Sunshine, honestly, ahead of Golf and Party
That's
2.
that's cool with me. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah, it was a good game. I do remember it. I actually, thinking about it, I don't know if I ever actually beat Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga because my problem was my Game Boy Advance broke, and
Mm.
I just I think when it broke, it took me a while to get the Advance SP, and then by the time I got it, I think I moved on to another game at that point. I think I was playing Pokemon again at that point when I got the SP. So that was my problem growing up as a kid. Is handhelds for me were basically just Pokemon playing devices, and every once in a while I'd get a scattered other Game Boy game that maybe like a relative would get me for Christmas, being like, "It's got Mario on it. I'm sure he'll like it." And they weren't wrong, but
Right.
like most of my time was playing Pokemon for sure. Like red,
That's
not red, but like blue version, gold version, uh, crystal, yellow, um, and then I think I had Ruby. Those were the ones that just completely ate all my time up as a kid. Like I played the shit out of those games. I probably beat
No,
Pokemon
that's
Blue
fair.
like 80 times. So
Mm-hmm.
so next up will be Mario Golf on the Game Boy Advance. Did you play that
Nope.
one, Mike?
That one I didn't play, believe it or not. No.
Okay, that's gonna be in the never played section then, because I'd never heard of it, and Tang said no. And I already know Erica didn't play it. I don't even know if Erica had a Game Boy Advance. Honestly, I have to ask her. Actually, she has one, I think, here, but I can't remember if that's her childhood one or if that's just one she got later on in life. But next up is
Gotcha.
Mario and Donkey Kong. This is the series they just remade it on the Switch. But
Yes.
this is the original Game Boy Advance one. Has anyone played this?
Hello, I'm back, and no, I have not.
Okay.
Honestly, I tried to watch all the ones you were talking about on Twitch, and no, all the games you have mentioned I have not played so far.
Erica, did you even have a Game Boy Advance as a kid, or?
I did.
Okay, I couldn't remember if you had one. Is that the your childhood one that we have on the shelf, or is that like a newer one you found somewhere else?
No, I think that's my childhood one.
Okay, but yeah,
Nice.
Mario and Donkey Kong on the Game Boy Advance. Mike, have you played this one?
I didn't actually know.
Okay.
A lot of like the handheld stuffs I kind of like pass over because that was during the time I just focused on the home consoles, you know?
Mhm. Plus, this was around the time the GameCube came out, and the GameCube had so many bangers, dude. Like it was
It
hard
did.
to be
Yeah,
playing
this one I don't remember off
handheld
the
at
top
the
of my head
time.
either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so this is gonna be never played, unfortunately. Paper Mario Thousand Year Door for the GameCube. Now I know Mike's played this because he's
Oof.
harping on it all the time, telling me I gotta play it.
Oh yeah.
Tang, have you played the GameCube Paper Mario?
I have not.
Erica, have you
Although
played?
I'm very intrigued with the
Obviously not.
Yeah.
I also am very intrigued with the reboot of the game
Mhm.
coming out on the
Oh
Switch
yeah,
coming
I'm
The
buying it.
remake,
year.
yeah.
That's a day one buy for sure. Especially because I thought I
Absolutely.
had this game, and then I went into my collection and realized this is one of the few games that I got from Erica's cousin, and all the games I got from him were just cases only. So I don't
Yeah.
have the actual disc for it, and the disc
Damn.
itself is hella expensive to find. So I'm gonna check for the price while Mike talks about the game because he's the one who's played it.
Gotcha. Okay, so yeah.
Same too, Kev. I have missed out on a lot of Mario games.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
just
no,
how we
me.
grew up. We just missed out on a lot of the Mario games because they pump them out so damn fast. It's hard to keep up unless you're Mike.
It
Yeah,
is.
they
As-
I think during this era too is like we didn't have a GameCube at the time.
Oh yeah.
Because that
Oh,
GameCube was
damn.
shared between multiple families.
Ah,
It was
gotcha.
that thing where we're like, oh, you have the GameCube, so we don't need to get a GameCube. Oh,
Mhm.
you have the Wii, so we don't have to get the Wii. We have the PS2, so you don't have to pay to get the PS2.
Yeah, Paper Mario Thousand Year Door is going to be one of the biggest sellers, I think, and this is why. Because if you're a retro collector and you want to play this game, just to get a disc-only copy of this game, it is going to cost you $60. To get it complete with the box,
That's got bump up in price after the release of the Switch version.
actually, I think the opposite is going to happen because that's happened with a
Really?
couple of games that have been re-released on Switch. Their retro counterparts get cheaper because now it's more available. Less people want the old one. Therefore, the demand drops and supply starts increasing. So for right now, to get a complete one, which is unsealed, but with the disc, the box, and the manual, is $76. So like, and then to get a box only is $21. To get a manual only is like 30. And then
Mm.
if you got this thing new, still wrapped and sealed, it's like over $200. So that's why I'm waiting for this one to come out, and then when it comes out, I'll probably just sell the box. Honestly, I probably won't even keep it because there's no point if I have a Switch version, like a new updated version, I might as well just get rid of the retro one. But because I have no nostalgia for it. But yeah, Mike, where would you rate this game? You've talked a lot about it, saying how good it is. So what are
I
you
have.
thinking?
I've certainly have. So if you guys are ready, I think we're gonna officially have our first S tier ranking right here.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Yep,
wow.
100%. And I
Well,
definitely suggest all you guys get the remake in May.
we would have
Okay.
another S tier if someone would let me bump Super Mario World into that bitch.
It's tempting. It's tempting, but this one's definitely deserving. Like I said, we can discuss Mario World in a moment afterwards once we get through everything else.
Mhm.
But this hands down gets the S tier ranking
Mhm.
for me personally, as well as a lot of fans of the Paper Mario series in general. They actually hold this as the best one in the series still to this day. To be
Okay.
honest,
That's why
something
you didn't want
about
to
it.
put Paper Mario in there because you knew Thousand Year Door was going into S.
Correct. Yeah,
Okay.
100%. 100%. You know, I mean, obviously, Paper Mario walked, but Thousand Year Door ran. I'll put it that way. You know, so just something about how they did the story. It's a bit different because you're not in the Mushroom Kingdom. You're in this place. Well, you start in this place called Rougeport because
Mhm.
Mario and Peach they travel over there. Then from there you kind of go like into the underground of Rougeport and you kind of unlock, you know, as the title suggests, the Thousand Year Door, which hides behind an ancient witch, pretty much with the crystal
Okay.
stars.
Mm.
From there, it's just a massive and fun adventure. You once again encounter lots of funny, memorable sidekicks to help you, such as Goombella instead of Goombario. You have Koops instead of Cooper. You have, let's see who else. I think you have Captain Bombery, who's like a salty kind of like sea captain Bob Bomb. He's pretty funny and cool
Yeah,
too.
I remember seeing a couple of gameplays of the Thousand Year Door, but I haven't
Mhm.
actually.
Yeah, it's fun. You know, you get like a little Yoshi as well, who's like a tough guy because he always wants to fight. It was just
Yeah, I
great. I
remember
mean,
the little
just
Yoshi,
everything.
pretty cute.
Yeah, he is. He definitely is. Everything honestly just worked. I mean, the story was amazing too.
Mhm.
It was just like I said, like it's one of those games where you can 100% put into words how amazing it was. It gave you those feels. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It sounds very corny, but like once you like play through it, you enjoy the story for what it is, how epic it feels too. Like it was beautifully done. It really, really was.
Well, I think the remake's coming out in May. That'll be a day one purchase for me personally, and then yeah, I'll
Yes.
play through it and we'll see how it goes. But it is getting a little bit on the later side, and we still have a ton of games to go through, so we're gonna have to start rapid firing some of these. All right, so we're
Let's go.
going to the
Okay.
next one, which is Mario Pinball Land on the Game Boy Advance. I have heard of this
That's
game,
a negative for me.
but I never played it before. Anyone
Didn't
play
play it.
this?
No, I
No.
know of
Nope.
it.
All
Nope.
right, never
I've
played.
heard of it, but no.
Mario Power Tennis on the GameCube specifically. Has anyone
Never
played
played.
this one?
No. No, on the Wii as
Played it.
well, which is the other one.
Played it. It was good, but I don't feel like it was anything too amazing. So I kind of put it with the OG Mario Tennis.
All right, fair enough. Do you think it's better than old Mario Golf though?
Um, yeah, just because it's later
Okay.
time and stuff like that enhancements. So yeah,
All right, then the next one is the same game but on the Wii. It's a port. So we're gonna have you played it, Mike, for the tally?
the Wii one, no.
Okay, so that one's going in NA because I'm gonna assume no one's played it. Mario Party 6, which is that on the Wii? No, that's on the GameCube, right?
GameCube.
Why
Yeah,
did they put a Wii
that's
game
GameCube.
ahead of that? But anyway, yeah, Mario Party 6 on the
Yeah,
GameCube. Like I said, I stopped at
because
4,
I played like
so
one of those GameCube Wii kind of like hybrid.
mm, yeah. Has anyone else
Yeah,
played Mario Party
around
6?
this time they started to
Yes.
bring up the Wii and the
Uh,
GameCube.
no, I don't think I played Mario Party 6.
No.
One second, let me just look at the boards.
Yeah.
Powering
Yes.
Top.
6 was good. What's interesting about
Yes,
6?
maybe.
All right, Tank said he's played
Yeah,
it.
You played it?
this one looks familiar, just like the style. But yeah, I think I might have played this.
Hmm.
Okay, nice. Yeah,
Uh,
As
6 was
opposed to as
good.
like the
First
ranking,
Mario
I
Party
want to
game I ever played
say
was on the Wii, so when we get there,
as
then I
a
can eventually say yes.
as a ranking, I want to say like C. It's okay. It's not great.
Yeah. C,
There
that's
wasn't
what you
anything
said?
like groundbreaking.
Okay.
B, I think it's good because I would definitely put it above 4 and 5 because with 6 in particular, they actually added to the game. Now it wasn't like for every game mode, but believe it or not, the game came with like this little microphone that you kind of plugged into one of the memory card ports
Hmm.
because certain like little mini games can kind of utilize that with like action commands. And most like there was like a lot of like 3 versus 1 games that like involved them. And it was
I
kind of
actually
fun. Like I said,
have
definitely something different and new.
I actually have the microphone right here.
Oh, do you
It
really?
also came with a game called Odama, which was like an RTS game where you use the microphone to command your troops. I haven't played it yet,
Okay.
but I found this game. This was when I first started collecting for GameCube back in 2019, I think it was. I found a guy who was selling this at a convention for like $50, and I was like, "Well, it comes with everything, and it's like still intact. The fucking microphone's in here, it's still in its wrapping. Like the game is sealed." So this game probably now was worth more than $50 just because it's sealed. But yeah, I bought it just because it looked fun, and I still have yet to play it. But yeah, so I know that the microphone was a thing. It's so strange, but yeah. So I put it for now on low B. Did you want to put it higher than where it is, or you want to leave it in
Low B is fine.
after
I think
Mario
it's okay.
Brothers? Okay. Next up will be Super Mario World. I think is that it's on the
That
DS,
looks
whatever
like
this is.
That's probably a port maybe again.
Super Mario DS is what it's called. That might not be a port. That
I
might be a new game.
I don't remember that one.
Super Mario DS, that could be new. Let me look that one up again. Hang on.
Yeah, let's look it up real quick. Super Mario DS.
Oh, 64 DS then. That's probably what it is.
That's what
That's
it
the
looks
one we
like, but
have
it's
all
got Wario in front of it. Wario was
Yes.
in it?
So in that one, yeah. So what happens is in Mario 64 DS, it's essentially a port of Mario 64, but you can actually play as either Mario, Luigi, Yoshi, or Wario. And I
Why?
think each of them had like a little different mechanic, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll put that under the NA, I guess, for now, because essentially it's
Okay.
Mario 64.
All right, and the next one would be Mario Party Advanced, which
Nope.
is not
That's
a
the Game Boy
port.
Advance.
That's its own game. So
Yeah.
has
There's
anyone
a
played it?
no port. No.
Nope.
No.
Oh, no one played it. Okay.
Hmm.
Never played. Next is Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix. Has anyone played this game?
DDR?
I did play it.
Nah.
I played a little bit
No
of it.
fucking way. This kid over
I
here.
did, yeah. I
Really?
did. Yeah, it was
Alright.
fun for what it was.
I've seen Jaded Animations did a video on it where I think she was trying to speedrun it, and it was
Alright,
hysterical.
I'll be
But
right back though.
okay,
If I'm not back by stream's end, I will also be on chat. But I just need to do a couple things.
okay, no worries. But yeah, I
No
never
problem.
actually played this game though. I just see it all the time, and it cracks me up. But Mike, since you've
Yeah.
actually played the damn game, where would you rate this? This GameCube classic.
I know, right? I'll put it like probably smack down the middle of C. You know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously, if you're a fan of the Dance Dance, games,
Shit, I
you'll
lost
love
it.
it. It was interesting with having Mario, and obviously the songs are Mario, series based songs. So that
Mhm.
was like kind of fun, and definitely a nice soundtrack in that sense. But other than that, like nothing really special. I mean, they put like a little story together with it, but once again, it's like a little spin-off game just
Mhm.
to kind of enjoy, especially if
All
you
right.
like the Dance Dance games. So just
So
say
so DDR, you said in the middle, so I put it between Mario 64 and the Lost Levels.
that's okay.
Okay. Next up would be Mario Baseball on the GameCube.
That's the first one. So that's I think Mario Slugger's baseball, the first one. Yeah,
Yeah, it does
which was
have
fun.
words in between.
Yeah, I played it.
Yeah, I know. I remember
Yes.
at your house before you told me I need to play it. I still haven't though.
Yeah, it
So
is fun.
where would
Definitely
you rate
liked
this
it.
one?
This one I would put. Let's see. It was a lot of fun, especially if you're a baseball fan. The way they integrated like some of the items was pretty good, but they could probably do a little bit more to enhance to it. This is the first one, so I'll probably put this maybe for now. I'll probably put this in maybe the high C ranking because there is a sequel afterwards.
Okay. High, would you
Yeah.
put it below Mario Kart Double Dash, below the Mario Parties, in the Mario Party mix?
I guess I would put this one. For me personally, I put it above Double Dash. I guess.
Okay. Oh, really high C.
Yeah, because
Okay. I
it was
feel
fun.
like
I liked it.
did I play this at your house? I thought we
Either
did
this or maybe
play.
played the sequel afterwards.
I think I played the sequel. I think it was the
Maybe,
sequel.
yeah.
Okay. So next one would be Mario Tennis on the Game Boy Advance. Have you played this?
No.
All right, that's never played. Mario Party 7 is the next one.
That I played, yes.
What were the boards? Did this also have the weird speaking mechanic or no?
I'm not too familiar with. I'm trying to remember that one because, like you
This one's
mentioned earlier too,
got
they kind of start bleeding to each other.
yeah,
So
Grand Canal. It has Pagoda Peak, Pyramid Park, Neon Heights, which actually looks
Never
pretty
played it.
cool, Windmillville, and then Bowser's Enchanted Inferno.
yeah, it was fun though. I will say that was definitely a fun game. I mean, like most others, I kind of put it like in the
No.
usual pack with the other Mario
Mhm.
Party games for the most part.
Since you don't really remember it as much as the other ones, I'm gonna put it below Mario Party 3 at least.
That's fine.
Okay. Next up would be Mario Kart for the DS.
I have it. I played it. Yes.
Okay. I think Erica, you have this game.
Mario Kart for the DS?
Yeah. I feel like
Yeah,
actually
Mario
no.
Kart
I
DS.
think we got this from your cousin.
No.
There's no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty. Yeah, I do not have it myself.
Yeah.
I don't remember ever playing anything like that.
Okay.
Hmm.
So yeah, Mario Kart DS. Where would you rank that, Mike? I remember
This
you
one I
saying you
would.
liked it. So.
I did actually. I definitely did. It brought it back to like an actual because it was obviously the Nintendo DS. It had more like 3D graphics, so it stepped it up from the last Mario Kart handheld, which was Super Circuit, obviously for the Game Boy Advance, or Advanced Circuit, I should say. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Um, I enjoyed it. I would definitely put it. I'd probably put that in the low B ranking because it was fun. What was cool too is they kind of had like little bosses you can kind of like race against, but do like certain things like defeat them. Like it had like
Mhm.
one of the king bullies from Super Mario 64, the one you have to push into the lava. So that was like kind of like a neat feature. And what was really cool with Mario Kart DS in particular is that it brought the like kind of custom different carts. So like Waluigi had like this
Oh, okay.
excavator looking thing. Donkey Kong had like I think the cart that looked like the rhinoceros from Donkey Kong Country. So
That's
that
pretty
was
cool.
pretty neat actually. So I like that. Yeah, that's cool.
So
That does
Silent
sound
Warlock
fun.
did say he played, and I think C. I don't know which one he was saying that for, but I'm gonna give him a point for whatever he played.
Okay.
But next up would be Mario Strikers, which is arguably everyone's favorite. One of everyone's favorite. Oh, he said he played Mario Party 7. Okay. And he would have put it in C, which is where we put it, yeah. Mario
Yeah.
Strikers is one of those games that everyone renowns. They're like GameCube Mario Strikers was where it was at, amazing,
Yes.
and it fell off afterward. So I don't think I played Mario Strikers, but I know people in my college were obsessed with it and used to play it, so I watched a lot of gameplay, but I don't think I personally ever played it. Mike, I'm assuming you have played it.
Yes.
Where would you rank Mario Strikers, the good one, as they say?
So, well, here's the thing, actually. So I don't want to spoil it, but the next one's actually the even better one, and then we go from there because that's one you remember. Because the first Mario Strikers came out for the GameCube, the second one was for the Wii. That's the one you actually saw me bring to our college back in the day, and I would hook it up to our Commons area TV in the
Hmm.
Brickyard, and like people would like be skipping scat class and playing it. To be
Well,
honest, because
actually,
that's how fun it was.
it was my other friends freshman year that used to bring Mario Strikers, the GameCube one.
Oh, really?
Like
Gotcha.
Dan and them, they would play it a lot in their dorm.
Gotcha.
They didn't play the
That's
Wii one.
funny.
Yeah, they
Gotcha.
loved the
Gotcha.
GameCube one, and they always told me like, "Oh, the GameCube one's the best. The Wii one sucks. Like, fuck that one." And I was like, "Okay, whatever, man. I don't care. I don't own either one." So,
Yeah.
but yeah, where would
Not
you
for
put
me.
the
For me,
GameCube one?
I'll put the GameCube one in the I'll put that in the B range. Probably
Okay.
like I think probably like mid B. Trying to think what else is above in the B ranking so far.
So far, we have Sunshine, then Mario Luigi Superstar Saga, then Mario Golf on the GameCube, then Mario Party 2, then Super Mario Brothers 2, then 3, then 1, then Mario Party 6, then Mario Kart DS.
I'd probably put that above Tosul Tour because it was a little more
Oh
action
wow.
packed and
Okay.
fun. Yeah, it was fun. It was definitely a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie, it was a lot of
Hmm.
fun. And in my opinion, the sequel is even better, and we'll get to that later on. Actually,
All right. So the next one would be Mario and Luigi, the DS game. I cannot read the title of that because it is too fucking small on this screen.
that might be
It's the second one.
Partners in Time, maybe.
Let's see if I can read it on the bigger screen because I do have one over here. Mario and Luigi. Yeah, Partners in Time. I believe that's
Okay.
this one.
I have never even heard of that.
It's another one of those Mario and Luigi games that, like, honestly, you're gonna like it because you like the
Yes.
RPG style games. So we just gotta
Oh.
we gotta get these. And honestly, I've been talking to Jesse and a few other people. Like, I really do want to like hack my DS at some point and just start getting ROMs for all these old DS games because it's too hard to collect Game Boy and DS games. It's so hard to collect cartridges because there's so much garbage that like most stores just throw them all into like a barrel and are like, yeah, figure it out, kid. Find whatever you're gonna find in here. And like they're cheap. A lot of them are cheap, but then also there's a lot of Game Boy games because it's such a saturated market that like there's some that are just ridiculously expensive for no reason. They're like $200 for a fucking Game Boy cart, and it's like I'm not paying that much. Like so that's why I've been tempted. I think I am eventually gonna hack my 3DS and start just getting ROMs for it. But that was a tangent. Anyway, Mike, you've definitely played this.
Yes, I did play it.
Where would you rank this one? Keeping in mind that the original Mario and Luigi we put as the second part of B tier. It's number 2 in the B tier currently.
Yeah, I would put this one probably because it was really good and it kind of took it up a notch. But with that being said, I mean, Superstar Saga, like I said, like held like a special place because it kind of kicked off everything. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
I would probably put it like, because this one you time traveled actually, and you actually play as well, it includes Baby Mario and Baby Luigi as well, believe it or
Yeah,
not.
I can see them in the
Because
screen. Yeah.
yeah, so it's definitely fun in that sense, and it utilized the DS's dual screens because I think that was the first one on the DS, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was a lot of fun too. I would probably put this maybe just a. Oh, this is tough. 'Cause like I said, the original Superstar Saga was great too. I would probably put it high B, maybe just above Superstar Saga then.
Okay. Next up is
Yeah.
the new Super Mario Brothers, which is on the DS. This is the one where Mario turns into a giant. Have you played it?
Yes. Yeah. That I played. Yes.
Nope.
Erica, have you played it? Nope. Okay. I'm assuming Tang is not. And looks like Pichu Lovers played it. I have not played it either. So go ahead, Mike. Where you want to rank this bad boy?
I'll probably put that in the B ranking.
Okay.
I'll probably put that. Trying to think, because once again, we're trying to like kind of we're putting like apples and oranges and watermelons and all that stuff together. To be
Mhm.
honest here,
Mario is
uh,
missing. I don't see Mario is missing on this tier list actually. I'm pretty sure that was like a SNES game,
that
if
is
I
Super
remember.
Nintendo game. Yeah,
Yeah, and
I'm
we already
actually
passed
surprised it
Super
wasn't announced
Nintendo.
either. Yeah,
Maybe
we
they
probably
don't
didn't.
count
Oh,
it
oh,
as
you know what it
a.
was? You played as Luigi. That's why. Because Mario is literally
Oh,
missing.
oh, that's right,
Yeah,
that's right.
so that makes sense, I
Yeah.
guess.
Pichu lovers agreeing with
Um,
the B tier. Where are you gonna put it though? Like B tier is stacked, brother.
I
Like
know
C
it is
tier has a
stacked.
lot of stuff in it, but B tier is stacked. A tier is
I
stacked. We
can't
still only
see
have
the
one
B
in F.
tier on the screen.
It's here. It's right here. Oh, sorry. I gotta
Scroll up. There
scroll
we
up.
go.
There you go. So right now we got Mario
Thank you.
Sunshine, then Mario Luigi Time Travelers, whatever it's called. Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, then Strikers, Golf for the GameCube, Mario Party 2, then Super Mario Brothers 2, 3, 1, Mario Party 6, and then the DS Mario Kart. And we're trying to get Super Mario Brothers, new Super Mario Brothers.
So New Super Mario Brothers, I would have to put it in the B ranking as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know how far up the upper. I mean, it would definitely be upper B ranking.
Is it better
Um,
than Sunshine?
I would say maybe just below Sunshine because once again we're kind of comparing apples and oranges. But
Mm-hmm.
Sunshine's obviously more 3D action adventure, whereas with New Super Mario Brothers for the DS, it kind of brought back for the first time in like many years the 2D Mario style. But
Mm-hmm.
what made it interesting too is they obviously had 3D models, so it was kind of
Yeah.
like a nice hybrid. You know what I'm saying? So I'll put it like just below Sunshine then in that
Okay.
regards.
All
Yeah.
right, next up is Mario Hops. Oh no, I'm sorry, Mario Hoops 3-on-3 for the 3DS. This is the first Mario basketball game, I guess. I didn't realize I
Ah,
could.
that's another one we were talking about. What other sports games they had on
Yeah, so that one I
besides
didn't play, believe it or not.
Okay, so that's a no for everyone. Yeah, I thought it was Mario
Yeah.
Hops. It's Mario Hoops.
Yeah.
Could have
Heard it was
sworn
fun though.
the first Mario basketball game was on the GameCube, but I'm not seeing it here. So I guess they just didn't have one. I guess it was just this.
No, yeah, I think it was always the funny enough, the basketball ones I think were always on the handhelds, believe it or not.
That's so weird. All right, next up would
Yeah.
be Mario Donkey Kong 2 on the 3DS or on the DS. I'm sorry.
No.
No, never
Yeah,
played.
believe it or not, no.
And then next would be
nope,
Paper Mario for the Wii or Super Paper Mario, whatever it's called,
nope.
on the Wii.
Okay, so Super Paper Mario, I did play.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot of fun. What was cool with that one is in Super Paper Mario, it's kind of added something new into the sense that like you still had obviously your 2D paper format. However, with that one as well, it kind of blended some platforming with it because you can kind of like go between 2D and 3D perspective to like look around the surrounding area.
Mm-hmm.
As always with Paper Mario games, funny story, great story with characters. And that one, spoiler alert, that has the ever so popular Mr. L which is when Luigi
Mr.
kind of like
L.
loses his like he kind of like loses memory and gets like tricked into being a bad guy. So it's kind of like a funny thing. You've seen like probably pictures of like Mr. L on the
I
internet and
have,
stuff like
yeah.
that. Yeah, so it was good. It was definitely a solid game. I would probably put that in. That's probably like I would say neck and neck with the original Paper Mario.
Okay.
I'll probably put that maybe just below Paper Mario 64
Okay.
because I'll give the OG some more. Because with that one too, though, it's a little different because they actually remove having like your usual like allies with you. They kind of change up because like these like kind of like little spirit things that give you like abilities that kind of help you, but not
Mhm.
actual like allies like a Goomba or a Koopa like the other two did. So it's a little different in that regard.
Okay. If that's the case, then I think I'm gonna put Mario RPG above it. Just
Okay,
slightly.
that's fair.
Next up is Mario Strikers Charged on the Wii, which we already
There we
know
go.
Mike said he played, and it was
Yes.
better than the other one.
Yeah.
So the other
Yeah.
one you put in B tier, right?
I think I did right, like upper B.
Oh, I gotta find it. Yeah, you put it in like upper B. So if this is this one gonna go just above it, or did you want to put it in A tier?
Let's put this in lower A, the lower A
Okay.
section. Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
because for me, this one was a step above it because it still had everything from the original Mario Strikers for the GameCube. But, and this is funny that you mentioned like how Dan, like some people kind of complain with the controls. I thought with the Wii controls it was a lot better because, for example, when you use the nunchuck, if you use the Wii remote and you shook it, you kind of did like a legit like football tackle on your opponent to like knock the ball like away from him, like push him away and stuff
Mm,
like that. So you kind of like utilized the motion controls with it, which was good because it allowed you to do more things on the field without like having to say, okay, I got to press these button combinations or do this and do that because you could just either shake or flick and stuff like that, and it kind of helped enhance things. What was cool too is when you did the captain's super shot, it advanced it from an automatic 2, I think, or 3, whatever the max was for the GameCube, to a max of potentially 5. And what was cool too is you had 2 meters as you were charging your charge shot as the captain.
hmm
1 meter dictated how many shots you got off, whether it was 3 or 4 or 5. The second meter afterwards was how fast it was. What
Okay.
was cool too then is afterwards, if you're playing defense, you then would be in control of your goalie and utilizing the Wii remote with its point and click because the motion ability inside of it, you would actually move the cursor of the Wii remote as if it was the goalie's hands to actually try to stop the balls from coming to the net. So I thought that was really cool. Actually, I liked it.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. Again, we're gonna.
Mhm.
It's getting close to 10, so I'm gonna start trying to like speed run through some of these. I know we're getting to some of the good ones, so but yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Next up is Mario Party 8. Looks
Yep,
like Warlock played it. He wants it to go near B. What about you? This is the
I
one I
liked
think
it.
they introduced Bowser versus everyone, right? Is that what this one is, or is that the next
Uh,
one?
no, that's like a little
Uh,
further down. This one was fun though. This I think was the
this one
first ones
was
for
really
the
fun.
Wii. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, this one's on the
This
Wii.
I'll put this in the B. Yeah, I'll put
this
this in
was
the
one
B.
of
It
the
was
first
fun.
Mario parties I ever played, and I really enjoyed it. I would put it in the B tier.
Okay. All right. So B
Yeah.
tier. Where we want to put it in B tier? Looks like everyone had a good time with it. Do we want to put it above Mario Party 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Let's put it above Mario Party 2. Next up is Super Mario Galaxy for the Wii, which I actually have played a little bit of, but I didn't get very far
Nice.
with it. I will
I
say.
played it.
hmm Erica, I'm assuming you haven't played it.
Nope.
Okay, and I don't think Tang has either. So, like I said, I didn't play a lot of it. I did really enjoy the controls and the concept of it. So, based off of just that, I would probably put it somewhere in the B tier, maybe A tier. But what do you think, Mike? You think an A or B for this one?
Super
Because
Mario Galaxy.
yeah, the first one.
Oh, that's actually our next S tier, in my opinion.
S tier. Okay.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
Story was a lot of fun. Visually, it obviously stepped up because you went from then GameCube to the Wii, so it looked better. Introduced Rosalina. Introduced the whole like gravity and space mechanics. Like you
hmm
see Mario going around a planetoid, and you have to control him going upside down,
Yeah, that was
avoid
really
black
sick. Like
holes.
the
A
controls
lot
were
of fun.
sick.
Yeah.
Using the Wiimote was sick. Like I agree. Like that was pretty cool. The only reason I couldn't, I was saying A tier is because of that, but I hadn't played enough of it. That's why I was saying A. But like I could see it being, okay, I could see it being an S tier easily. I hear a lot of good things about it. So
It
next will
was
be
great. Yeah.
Mario Party DS. Has anyone actually played this for the DS?
Nope.
No.
Okay, finally another game no one's played. And then Mario Kart on the Wii. All right.
Yep.
Everyone has played this one, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
I'm gonna put Tang even though he's not here because I'm pretty sure he's played it. Oh, Eric, you said you played Galaxy too, right? Okay. So
I've never played Galaxy.
oh, you didn't. Okay. I'll fix it later. So what are we thinking for Mario Kart Wii?
I mean, it was a lot of fun. I'd probably put it in like B or A.
Because right
Probably
now
like
the best Mario Kart we have on here is technically a B tier, which is Mario Kart on the DS. So
mhm.
Mario Kart Wii, keep in mind, motion controls very good. Keep in mind, really good maps, good characters, yada yada. So we're thinking,
It
Erica's
was.
thinking A-ish B. What are you thinking, Mike?
I'd probably put it like low A because to your point, you had like
Mhm.
obviously step up with graphics going to the next console.
Hmm.
Introduced, if I'm not mistaken, motorcycles for the first time.
Oh,
Motion
you're
control,
right. You're
obviously
right.
thanks to the Wii's Wii remote back then, so it introduced motion controls too. So yeah, I would say like a lower A for sure.
If it was up to me, honestly, I'm looking at the A tier right now. I would put Mario Kart Wii above Mario 64 for sure.
Really?
Yeah, I think Mario Kart Wii is like such a great like family game. The motion controls made it very intuitive for like anyone to pick up and play, and graphics were amazing. I don't know. I just for some reason I have like a lot of nostalgia for it, even though it came out way later in my life and I shouldn't have any nostalgia for it. So I would want to bump it above Mario 64 for sure. What are we thinking? Is that too radical? Is that
I
crazy talk?
like. I mean, I know it's like a broken record, but because like I said, it's tough because we're like really comparing so many different genres. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I
Because
know.
if we're going like
I That's tough because I actually really liked Mario 64 uh growing up, and yeah, you're right. It's like all the nostalgia, the feels and things like that. And then
Mhm.
yeah, Mario Kart was fair, but I feel like I remember more about Mario 64 than I do remember about Mario Kart. So if I had to pick it, I'd say it'd be behind 64 rather than in front of it.
I agree.
Okay,
Because
I'll
once
put it
again, like
behind.
in terms of the lore and the story, it's hard to
Mm,
compare like a fun friend game with
Mhm.
something that had like legitimate story and
like
Yeah.
stuff. You know?
The thing that
any music that I hear, I sometimes that is like one of the first few games I think about.
Yeah, for me, the
Oh,
reason why
absolutely.
I try to put it above too is just because like, and I always go to like, if I played it today, would I think it holds up very well, and I do think Mario Kart Wii does hold up super well. I really don't
Oh
think
yeah.
Mario 64 holds up as well as people think it does. It is fun, but it is a very wonky game. But yeah, we can leave it there. Next up will be Mario Super Sluggers on the DS.
Never
DS, really? The
played
new
it.
one for the DS?
On. Oh no, I'm sorry, the DS is part of
Wii,
this
right?
one. Yeah, this is the Wii.
I was
Mario
gonna
Super
say, yeah.
Sluggers
I'm
for the
like,
Wii.
I remember that.
It's this stupid little DS thing. I keep looking at it, and it's supposed to be on the other side. But yeah, you're right. So Mario
Okay.
Superstar Sluggers are Super Sluggers on
Yes.
the Wii. What are we thinking? I
For the
know
Wii,
Mike's
yeah.
played this. None of us have.
Yes, I did play it. Yeah, I played it. I would
We're
put this one. Let's see. I put the first Sluggers where I put that in the C ranking. Did I?
first Sluggers. I think you put it in B actually.
Did I put low B maybe?
Hold on, I can't find it now. Super Mario Sluggers. Mario Sluggers. Oh, the Super Baseball one. Yeah, you put it high C.
I see. Okay. This one for Super Sluggers, I'll probably put like in the probably put it maybe low B.
Okay.
Kind of stepped up from the last one, especially once again with the Wii utilizing motion controls. You would swing your Wii remote to at bat. You'd also use to, like toss the ball. Had like a few mini games as well to like do outside like just playing like baseball stuff like on the
Hmm.
field. So it was fun. I definitely enjoyed it.
All right. Next up is Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, which I officially have played now. I think Mike, you
Very
said you
nice.
played
I
that game,
have
right?
not.
Yes.
Okay, so no for Erica. I don't think Tang played it either, if I remember correctly. Peachy Lover's saying to put it in C tier.
Ugh.
And Warlock
What
has
Super
not
Sluggers?
played Bowser's Inside. I think he's talking about the baseball game.
Well, like I said,
But
it's all subjective because especially when it comes
mhm,
to the spin-offs.
yeah, for Bowser's Inside Story, I played only a little bit of it. I thought it was actually really neat and interesting. Personally, if I played more of it, I feel like I would probably end up with this game being in low B tier. But oh no, he's talking about Inside Story. He's talking about Inside Story for C. So Peachy
Okay.
Lover's putting in C. Like I said, just based off the mechanics that I really enjoyed. But you know what? I take that back because that fucking tutorial was way too goddamn long. C tier for sure. Yeah, that tutorial ruins that game. That you know what? D tier. That tutorial is
Yeah,
so goddamn
nah.
long.
Oh, come on.
C to
Nah.
D for me.
Especially when you play more. Nah, when you play more, you'll enjoy it. It'll probably go
Yeah.
back to like lower B.
But
Let's see. I put Superstar Saga where? Like in the upper C, I put Superstar Saga, right?
Superstar Saga is in B, in high B.
I put that in high B. Gotcha.
Yeah, the other Mario and Luigi games are in the high B, but right now we've got Inside Story in the C currently.
Gotcha.
Peachy Lover's agreeing
I
with me.
put,
It's C to D, so right now it's in low C.
I remember playing
Okay.
too much of it, but I do know a lot of people loved it in general. But we could put it like in the upper C if you like.
Upper C? All right, I'll put it.
Yeah.
There's
Because
so many
I think the
fucking
fact
Mario
that you
parties,
utilized
dude.
both screens with Bowser, like Mario Luigi being inside, and that was kind of interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like I have to kind of like do both to kind of progress sometimes. So I think it was interesting, that concept.
I'll put it between Mario Party 5 and 3, right in the middle.
Okay.
So it's mid C. All right, next is Mario Donkey Kong. I can't read whatever that fucking says. Mario
The next
versus
one, yeah,
Donkey
it's yours.
Kong. What the hell is that game? I
They
don't think
made a
any.
couple of them.
I'll say I don't think any of us had played it, so whatever it is.
No.
Yeah, that's a no one's played that shit. So get out of
Nope.
here. Super Mario Brothers Wii. All right, hear me out
Yes.
now. This game is amazing. All right.
It's fun. It is.
So Erica, Tang, have you played Super Mario Bros. Wii?
No.
This game is amazing because you can play 4-player co-op with your friends and you can fuck around with each other. But it was also an easy game, so like the whole family could play it. So I would want to put this in A tier. And Tang has also played it, and he's also saying A to B tier. Like I honestly had a shitload of fun with this game, and it pains me that I don't currently own it still, because this was the game I was gonna play on stream, but then I went to go get it from the shelf and was like, oh, I don't own this anymore. I have to go rebuy this at some point because it is
Damn.
honestly a hell of a good time. I
It
would
is fun. I will say that
100% put this in A tier.
much.
Okay.
It is fun. I'll go A with you, probably like lower A, because I do think a sequel that will be down the line is better.
Yeah,
So I'll go low A for now on this
yeah.
one.
I agree. I
'Cause it
think
was
low A
fun.
is fine because it's too easy, but I liked that it had co-op. I liked that it had, the chance to fuck with your friends, and you could tell that they've taken this concept and put it into some of the newer ones too, where it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna have co-op because people like that. They like to play with their friends in
Oh,
Mario
of course.
games. So I think that's a
Yeah.
really good part for that. Next would be
Yeah.
Super Mario Galaxy 2, which I did not play. Mike, did you play this one?
So believe it or not, I didn't own it, but I did play it a bit. It was fun. I mean, pretty much just like the first one in terms of like gameplay mechanics. Before I get into full detail, let Erica say her opinion on that too.
Yeah, Erica,
I
have
have
you
not
played?
seen it.
No, never
No, I have
played.
not played. I've
And
not seen it, nor have
Okay.
I played it.
I don't think Tang's played it
Gotcha.
either. Okay.
Gotcha.
So with that basic thing, you put the original one in S, so I'm assuming you want to put this one in A tier.
Yeah, I'll probably put it A tier. I'm trying to think like where exactly in A tier. Maybe like
Is it better
maybe
than Strikers, basically?
probably I would say probably above Strikers, because it was a lot of fun. Just kind of the first Mario Galaxy was, just that the story wasn't maybe as like exciting, because Mario Galaxy, the first one, felt like an epic story, just the way everything was done, you like the cell shading and stuff like that. What was cool about Galaxy 2 is that they did add Yoshi and some power ups with that, so that was kind of
Yeah.
a cool thing because Yoshi was in the first one, but otherwise there wasn't anything really added to it that made it like anything better than Galaxy. So yeah, like somewhere in the A ranking, I'll probably put
Okay.
Galaxy 2.
I'm noticing a really big trend is that the A rank is full of Wii games. Like the Wii, a lot of people
That's
shit
some
on the
great
Wii,
stuff.
but the Wii had some good games, and I try to tell that to people a lot, and they're always like, "Nah, man, Wii sucked. Fuck that game." And I'm like, I don't know, man.
No, the original Wii was amazing.
That system was better than people think it was.
100%.
The
Yeah,
universe was crazy with
the Wii was slept
Rosalina.
on.
Yeah. All right, next up is another Mario versus Donkey Kong game. Jesus Christ, how many of these did they
I didn't
make?
play it.
Put that shit
I
in
mean, a
never
couple.
played.
Believe it or not. They made like
Uh,
5 of them at least.
I
if
could
not
have,
more.
yeah, I'm seeing more down the line. Next up is Super Mario All Stars for the Wii. Again, this is a compilation game.
Yeah, so
Has
it's
anyone
NA.
played it though? Just for
No,
the
I don't think
tally?
I did that one.
No. Okay, I actually didn't play that either. I owned it, funny enough, but I never got a chance to play it. Next is Mario Sports Mix for I'm assuming the Wii because it doesn't have a little banner thingy. Has anyone played
I don't
Mario
think
Sports Mix?
Nope.
that one. No, believe it or not, no.
Okay, that's another never played. Mario 3D Land on the is this 3DS? Yeah, on the 3DS. Anyone play this one?
Believe it or not, I
Nope.
did not play that one. No, but I heard
Erica,
that was a lot of fun.
you didn't play this one either?
Nope.
Oh, I could swear you have a Mario 3DS game on the shelf, so I'm just waiting for whenever that one appears. But all right, Mario 3D Land never played. Mario Kart
I'm trying to
7,
remember.
which was on the DS for whatever godforsaken reason. Has anyone played this one?
No.
Believe it or not, no, I didn't. I didn't get a chance to get around to buying that one, but I heard it was great, especially obviously the Rainbow
Oh,
Road in that one was a lot
Warlock
of
played
fun.
it.
That one introduced. Oh, did he? Nice. That
Yeah.
introduced the gliders too, if I'm not mistaken.
All right,
You're
Warlock.
making me wonder what DS game I have. Now I'm gonna go look.
You can go look if you want.
Yeah,
He's
'cause
saying to
I
put it
don't
in A
remember.
tier. Okay. A tier. We're gonna put it at the end of A tier. Just let me know if you think it
That's
should
fine.
go anywhere else, Warlock.
No,
But right
it
now
is a
it's at the
fan
end.
favorite from what I heard, so that's fine.
Yeah. Next up will be Mario Party 9 on the Wii, which I did not play, unfortunately. I didn't get the Wii Mario
Honestly,
Parties.
I was not a fan of that one.
Oh, but you played it. Okay.
I did, yeah. I did play it. Was not a fan of it.
Are we getting
Because
another
in
F
that
tier?
one, should I get F tier? The mini games are fun, but hear me out as to why we'll probably either put it there or low D. The reason being is what they decided to do in number 9
Mm-hmm.
is instead of everyone rolling for themselves, you kind of all like went together in like this little cart
Oh,
thing.
yes, I heard about that.
Yeah, so you move with other people, so it'd be like bogus because you could roll a high number but be just shy of like something great, and then your
Mm.
opponent capitalizes by getting the rest of the way. So I absolutely hated that aspect because I would
So
essentially help out like my enemies a lot.
Warlock played it. He's saying C to D. You're saying D to F.
I'll put D then.
Yeah.
Was
New Super Mario
if he's
Bros.
going D
Wii.
as well.
New Super Mario Bros. You did play it.
yeah.
I
I don't
knew
remember.
I knew you had it. All right, so you're on 10. But yeah, so I mean, if you guys want, we only have one thing in F tier, maybe two. So you want to put it in F? We can pad out this category. Don't be afraid to shit on a game, man. Don't be afraid.
No, I know, but once again, like if you do the mini games, I mean, I can't remember vividly because, like I said, I hated the board mode with the way they did that. I'm sure the mini games were a lot of fun, so that's probably the only thing that'll save it from F. So I'm comfortable with putting it in D. That's fine.
D. All right, I'm putting it in low D then.
That's fine.
Okay, and I'm putting Super Mario Land in F then. Fuck it. Fuck that game. Tired of that shit. And I'm putting Super Mario World in S. We're moving shit. All right, let's go to the next
Like
one.
I said, I can agree with that possibly. Go ahead.
Stop it. Ugh.
Mario Tennis for the 3DS. Silent Warlock wanted that game in F, by the way. So he's like F is fine.
Yeah.
No, I never played it.
No for the 3DS,
3DS?
Mario Tennis.
No.
All right. New Super Mario Brothers 2 on the 3DS.
No.
Believe it or not, no.
Okay. What the fuck is this? It looks like a Paper Mario game on the 3DS.
Oh, that might be the
Is that Color
sticker
Splash?
one.
Oh, it's the sticker one, I think. Sticker Star?
Yeah, Sticker Star. There you go. Yeah, I did not play it, and I heard it was not good. Actually, that's when unfortunately Paper Mario started going a little bit down the other way.
The new Super Mario Brothers U. Now we're on the Wii U, which I can tell you right now, the only person here who owns a Wii U is Mike. So have you played this one?
That's right. Yes, I own it. Played it.
Let me ask you this: do you own all 10 Wii U games that are available?
I own a good amount. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, Silent Warlock never had a Wii U either. All right, so where are you gonna put this one? Super Mario Brothers U.
So let's see.
Keep in mind it's on a failed system, so that should knock it at least a couple points, in my opinion.
Believe it or not, no, because they actually took what they did with almost like a combination of New Super Mario Brothers Wii, as well as yeah, honestly, they kind of like took Super Mario Brothers Wii and kind of advanced it a little bit more because it was like the traditional 2D type of one, but they added some more to it. So I thought it was a lot of fun
You know, they
with that
re-released
one.
this, didn't they, on the Switch?
Was it released
I
afterwards?
think they did, yeah, because they re-released like everything from the Wii U onto Switch at some point. So I should get this on the
Gotcha.
Switch at some point. But
Might
where
be
do
the
you want to
right
rank
then.
it, Mike? Because it looks like basically the Wii, but just with more stuff in it. So we put the Wii
Yeah.
one in A tier because of me. So would you say it's better than the Wii one? Would you say it's worse? Do you want to
I
put
would
it in E?
I would put it I'll probably put it like just right above the Wii version because like I said they just enhanced it a little bit more with like I think some of the other abilities you can do and stuff like that in there. So it was pretty good. And
Okay.
obviously, by going up to the next gen, it was like a little more cleaner looking. So I'll put it right above Wii then, the Wii version of it.
Funny enough, the next game in this list, I don't know why they do this sometimes, is Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe, which is basically this game, but it also had new content because it has the Luigi one.
The Luigi stuff,
So
yeah.
I wouldn't put it in the NA section. This definitely is its own game. So have you played the Switch version? Pretty much.
No.
No.
Yeah, me either. So that's gonna be a never played. I was thinking about putting it in NA, but honestly, it does have new content technically, so I wanted to give it its fair shake. Next up will be Mario and Donkey Kong Minis Move. I'm gonna assume no one's played that shit.
Nope.
No.
Then after that is Mario and Luigi Dream Team on the 3DS. Has anyone
Nope.
played that one?
That one I didn't play, believe it or not, no.
Okay. And then
Yeah.
next would be another Wii U game, Super Mario 3D World. This is the one with the cat suits. I'm
Yes.
assuming you played it, Mike.
Yes.
All right. What do you rank in this?
So with 3D World, where do you put 3D Land?
3D Land. What system was that
Yeah.
on?
That was the DS, I think.
Super Mario 3D Land on the DS. Shit, I don't know where we put that. Oh, New Super Mario Bros. DS. That's in B tier. I am not seeing
Yeah, because we just went over 3D Land a little while ago, didn't we?
3D
Unless no one
Land.
played it, so it's NA then?
I think 3D
Yeah.
Land is NA.
Oh, okay, because no one played that one. Gotcha. Because I know this was a step above that one.
Yeah.
And this was fun though. This was definitely a lot of fun.
Yeah,
What
3D
was
Land is
cool
in Never
too?
Played. That's why.
Okay, so that's why then. Gotcha. Fair enough then. This one I thought was a lot of fun. It was good because you had your almost like how Mario Brothers Wii and Wii U were, or Mario
Mhm.
Brothers U, I should say. You could play up to 4 players. So that made it a lot of fun. What was even better still is that instead of having Mario and Luigi and 2 Toads, it actually had Mario, Luigi, Peach, and just regular Toad back
Mhm.
in the game, and then
Okay.
eventually you can unlock Rosaline as well.
Oh,
So
nice.
more characters. It kind of brought back the from like almost like an homage to Super Mario Brothers 2. Each of them had like their own unique things. So Luigi jumps higher again, Peach floats
Mm.
again, Toad is like quicker when he's running, stuff like that. I thought it was a lot of fun. I definitely enjoyed it. I would probably put this one, 3D World, because how like well done it was. I'd probably put this like in maybe low A.
Low A. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was really fun, especially when you went to like the Star Worlds and like harder levels.
Mhm.
It was fun overall, especially like if you went through everything. It was good.
All right. So I put it below Mario Kart 7 in low A.
That's cool.
All right. Next up is Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury, which is again technically it is a port, but it also has new content on the Switch. Did anyone play this?
Nope.
I did not. I heard
All right.
the Bowser's Fury like add-on was a lot of fun, but I didn't play
Yeah,
it though,
I
so I
heard that
can't
too. I need to
say.
get that. Next up is Mario Party something on the 3DS. Did anyone play Mario
No,
Party on 3DS? No, I didn't think so. And then Mario Golf World Tour on the 3DS.
no.
Nope.
Okay. And then Mario Kart 8, not deluxe, just the Wii U
This is for
version.
the Wii U.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where would you rate the Wii U
Uh,
version? Keeping in mind that deluxe is basically a hands down ultimate version of 8. So whatever you
of
put 8,
course,
deluxe has to go above it. Have you played 8, Mike?
agreed. Yeah, I bought
Okay.
it and got it when it first came out for the Wii U.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you actually had that one, but yeah, where would you rate
Yeah.
this because again, none of us have Wii U's, so this is on you. This is why we brought you in
Let's.
to this stream because we're like, we need someone who
Oh,
owned
thank
a
you.
Wii U.
Right. Let's see. Where do we put Mario Kart Wii again?
Mario Kart Wii, I put in high A tier.
High A tier.
I would personally
I
would
would have.
not put this above Mario Kart Wii. If
I
that's
might
what you're
have to
thinking.
though.
If that's what you're thinking.
I might have to because if you think about it, now see here's the thing, because obviously it was on a system that essentially failed, which was the Wii U. The
Mhm.
game itself was actually great. I mean, first of all, it looked a lot cleaner, obviously, because you're going once again from the older generation to the new generation, so everything looks much better model wise. It did introduce some new items such as the
Mhm.
piranha plant, the super horn, which is obviously handy for me personally with those damn blue shells coming after me.
Let me ask you a quick
The
question
boomerang as
though.
well.
For the Wii
Yeah.
U version, what did the Wii Pad add to the game? Just because we never played
So
it,
with
so
the
what
Wii
was the
Oh.
Pad,
purpose of it?
So with the Wii Pad in particular, what was good about that is, so first and foremost, it did keep up the option if you wanted to with the motion controls
Mhm.
for both obviously the Wii remote as well as the gamepad. So it did have the motion controls with that as well if you wanted to.
Okay.
What was handy with the gamepad though is that with the gamepad, you can actually have like the map and the placements like on the gamepad. So
Mhm.
as you're like racing, you can really like peek down and say, okay, cool. Looks like right now 1 through 12 is yada yada yada. Take a quick look at the map and say, okay, I'm here on the map. Someone else is there on the map. So instead of having like little things kind of like around the screen in front of you, the screen in front of you, the TV, let's say for example, would be just you racing, and then you look down. It's kind of like a quick like heads up of other things like around you,
Mhm.
such as the course and the placements.
Okay,
You
so
know?
you have this
Hmm.
above Mario Kart Wii, and
Yes.
if you're gonna do that though, Deluxe is next. I would argue Deluxe has to be S tier if you're gonna do that.
No, I
Yeah,
agree. I agree.
I
Yeah, no,
agree.
100%. Yeah,
Okay. Then I'm
yeah, that's
okay.
easy.
I'm
That's
okay
easy.
with putting it above the Wii if we put Mario Kart 8 Deluxe in S tier,
Oh,
which
100%.
we've all played, and I
I
know
mean,
we've all played because we've all played together. So
of course. Yeah, that's a given. That's no argument right there. That's definitely
okay.
S tier.
All right. Now, where in S tier? We'll get to that at the end. We'll rearrange the S tier specifically, but right now, we'll leave that. The next up is another Wii U game, Mario. It's the Mario Donkey Kong thing again, I think. It's got the
I think
little
it's a
boy guy on
remake
it.
essentially. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's gonna be in the well,
NA.
it's not. I don't think this is a remake. This is a new game. This is never played. And then there's another one on the 3DS. They were technically together somehow. I don't really understand how though. It was like a
Okay.
weird
No, I didn't play
thing.
them.
And then next would be Mario Party 10, which is arguably everyone's least favorite Mario Party, from what I hear. I never played it. Mike, do you have Mario
Never
Party
played
10
it.
for the Wii U?
Yes. Yeah. I played it. I own it. So you guys said you didn't play them, right?
Nope.
Hmm.
I know that it's Bowser
Okay.
versus everyone. That's all I know. Because Bowser
So
is the Wii
that's
U pad, right?
yes. So that's what helps it honestly. So um marginally because of that, it's better than 9 at the very least, because unfortunately in the normal Mario Party mode in Mario Party 10, it still takes the same formula from number 9, which is you all travel together,
Hmm.
taking turns rolling the dice, so you kind of help your opponent. However, though, in Bowser Party mode, you can play up to 5 players for our Team Mario, where you
Hmm.
do travel together, but this time it's understandable because you have to be a team. And then the fifth player utilizing the Wii U gamepad was Bowser. So you would kind of try to catch them by rolling yourself, and when you do
Hmm.
catch them, you enter a Bowser mini game to try to like eliminate their hearts. So that was a lot of fun. That mode, I enjoyed it, especially playing like my nieces and nephews stuff like that back in the day. So that was a lot of fun with them too. Yeah,
Trolling
for
all the
real,
little
it definitely
kids.
was good. Oh yeah, absolutely.
So where would
And
you
what
Little
rank
was
this
guys
interesting
one?
thinking
too,
they can take you on and
Yeah.
they would
realizing they're.
try, they would try, but I was too much for them as Bowser.
So obviously this one's better than Mario Party 9, but is it just better or
Right.
would you rank this a whole like tier higher? Is this C tier or is this still a D tier game?
I would put it C tier,
C tier? Okay.
because that does help it. That
All right.
helps it, and at least the mini games are fun mini games too.
Mhm.
Once again, the problem is the actual board game mode, because
Yeah.
I absolutely cannot stand like having to travel together and kind of
Okay.
setting up your opponent. So I'll put it C though.
I'll put it at the end of C tier then, based off of your
That's fine.
description. All right. So
Yeah.
next is Super Mario Maker, the original. What are we thinking about this? I will say I never played the original one. Did you have Mario Maker, Mike? on the
So
Wii U?
I didn't own the original one for the Wii U, but I played it. And I thought it
Okay.
was fun, but I didn't get it back then. But I did play it.
Okay, where would you put this? Where are we thinking for Mario Maker? That's such an interesting game.
That's what I'm saying. Like
I
all these different genres, and now you throw in something that you create yourself. You know what I'm saying?
I feel
So
like Mario Maker has to be A tier. I think it should be at the end of A, just because it's like, yeah, it's a game where you just build other games. So I feel like, I don't know, it's tough. I feel like Mario Maker should be A, and then the newest one should be S. That's what I'm thinking.
I
Because
mean
and only
that's fair
because the
enough.
newer one has more. Well, okay, actually, let me rebuttal that a little bit in my head because I've heard from people who had the game and who've had both. They said the Wii U gamepad made it easier to make levels with, but obviously the newest one
But they
has more
added more
stuff.
though in two,
So
right?
yeah,
And they did add the mode where you could play together in number two as well. So no matter how you dice it, the second one would be above the first one.
then I
So
wouldn't put
whether you
it in
want to do the
S
first
then.
one,
I guess both of them would
I
probably
would.
be A next to each other then.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
way one or another, but just that two would be above it because two I did buy. I own two number two, and it's a lot of
Okay.
fun. And once again, based upon like how creative you are, the more amazing the game could be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll put Mario Maker there. Did anyone play the 3DS version of it?
No.
Okay.
Uh-uh.
And then I'll skip ahead a little bit. We'll take the Mario Maker 2, which I do own and I have played a little bit. I don't think Erica, have you played Mario Maker 2?
I've played none of the Mario Makers.
Okay. We're going to put Mario Maker
Why?
2 just above Mario Maker 1 because it does have more content. Unfortunately, it's a little bit harder to make the levels because there's no gamepad, but I still think I think you can handheld mode it if I'm not mistaken to make it act as like a gamepad, which is
You
close
could
enough.
absolutely.
So
Mhm.
I would put it right above. But the next one would be Mario. What is this? Mario Tennis Ultra Smash. What the fuck is this? It's not the Wii U.
I'm sorry, you broke up a little bit. Say it one more again.
Mario. It looks like Mario Tennis Ultra Smash on the Wii U.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have this
I
game?
remember that one. I have it. Yes, yeah, I have it. I played it.
Okay, where
What
would
about
you
you
rank
guys?
this? None of us have this. It's a Wii
Oh,
U game.
have you guys played it?
Yeah, no.
Um,
I'm back at low.
Okay, welcome back,
hey, welcome
Warlock.
back.
We're ranking Mario
Um,
Tennis Ultra Smash.
No,
for the Wii U.
Stupid ass name.
never.
It was fun, but really nothing remarkable about it. Just simply like putting it onto the Wii U, and they really didn't utilize like from what I remember the motion controls like
Oh
from the
yeah,
original like Wii
they didn't
remotes.
really. They for
You
most
know,
of the Wii U games, they never really implemented the Wii controls.
Well, the Wii they did
yeah,
for
so it
sure.
wasn't.
All right,
Yeah, the
then.
Wii they did, but Wii U they really didn't. I'll put like
Based,
maybe in the C ranking.
I was gonna say, based on your description, it sounds like kind of bog standard. But if it's nothing remarkable, we could do high D or low C. What are we
I'll
thinking?
do low C, I
Low
guess.
C.
I
Okay.
guess I'll do low C just for the fact that at least like looks visually okay. So that kind of helps it.
All right.
Otherwise, nothing really that stands out.
Next is a Mario and Luigi game. I can't read the subtitle of it. It's too small. What does it
Uh,
say?
we might go up to Paper Jam maybe then.
Yes, Paper Jam
That
is
might
the
be
next
Pivot
one.
Jam.
I
So is
have
that
that. I played it. It was
you
fun.
played it? Anyone else has played
Yeah.
Paper Jam?
I've heard of it, but no. I should play a lot more Paper Mario games.
Yeah. All right. Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. What are we thinking, Mike? Where are you gonna put this one?
I personally liked it. I actually didn't finish the game because then, like, back then I'll say like jump from game to game. I should like go back and complete it one day. But it was a lot
Yeah.
of fun. The interesting premise was obviously it combined essentially the Mario and Luigi RPG with Paper Mario because the Paper Mario kind of cast comes into that universe. So it's kind of like a hybrid of the two. A
Mhm.
lot of fun. It could be difficult at times too, though, because you are kind of controlling three characters now at one time. So there was like a bit of a difficulty involved with it. But it was fun though, and it was definitely a good concept. To kind of like refresh it a bit. I would probably put it like low B.
Low B. Okay.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Mario and Friends Amiibo Challenge.
We don't even touch. I don't touch amiibo.
No,
Nope.
I never played that.
Never played. And then after that would be Paper Mario Color Splash on the Wii U. This is the last Wii U game, it looks like.
Yeah, I played it. I owned it.
Don't have
Where,
it.
where are you gonna rank this one, Mike?
Honestly, it was kind of disappointing. Once again, like with Sticker Star, that's like kind of like the trend which is unfortunate because you had Super Paper
Disappointing
Mario, which
means
was
F.
good. I wouldn't say F per se, but I would probably say like
Disappointing means F.
This man
Where did-
cannot
where
put a
did-
Mario
where did
game in
you-
F. He just can't. It's against his nature.
well, not because hear me out on this. The story once again was great. Funny dialogue, commentary. So all that is done good as always. The gameplay itself, though, because they tried to obviously once again like with Sicker Star, kind of add something different to it. In this one, what happened was the color was essentially taken away from like the world, the village that you're like visiting and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the gameplay mechanic when you went to the turn-based actual battle mode, you kind of had to like utilize cards and like color or paint them to like do more damage with that. So
Mm-hmm.
it was kind of like a gimmick that was like, yeah, we really didn't need that. So I'll probably put what I put a Sticker Star. I put a Sticker Star in D, I think.
Sticker Star. No,
Or do we not rate it because we didn't play it?
I think we didn't rate Sticker Star.
Okay, well, yeah, because I didn't play it, but I heard that one wasn't that good. Honestly, I'll probably put Color Splash in D.
D? Hell yeah. It's in D.
Yeah.
Next would be Mario Party Star Rush on the 3DS. Anyone play that?
No.
Mario Party
No.
Star Rush. No.
After that is
Oh, I'm thinking of the other one.
Super Mario Run on the mobile phone.
On the
Never
phone.
played that one.
Has anyone played it?
That's a
I'll play
thing.
it in mobile game.
Yeah, it
Mobile
is.
game.
I didn't play it. I watched my little nephew play it though. It looked fun for what it was, but the only thing is that obviously Mario constantly runs, hence the name Mario Run. And
Mhm.
he has to kind of control like him jumping over the obstacles or hitting the proper things like either change direction or something like that. So
Yeah, so that's
but
a
from what
never
it was,
play.
it looked like a simple little game.
Next would be Mario Sports Superstars, I think is what it's called on 3DS. Anyone play that?
No.
No.
All right. After that is Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Now this game I have played. Finally,
I
feel
did
like it's
not.
been a while. You have? I've played a game. Mike hasn't. About damn time. I know Tang's played it. Erica has not played it. Right?
Which one?
Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, the first one.
Oh yes, I
The first
just played that one.
I would put, and I don't know if Tang's gonna agree with me on this one. This has to be an A tier game, and let me tell you why.
I
Because it
think it's
is
also
very
A.
unique. Yeah.
I
Okay.
think it's
We're in
also A.
agreement then. It's definitely A tier. It's very unique. I don't really like Rabbids. I think they're dumb as shit, but the game was still funny even with them in it. And just the gameplay was really cool. This is the game that I played that finally got me into tactics games. Like
Yeah,
after I
tactics.
played this,
It's
I've been
a
like
good
frothing at the
tactics.
mouth looking for new tactics games to play that are better than it.
Mm.
So it's definitely a baby's first tactics game, and I appreciate that. I would
Yeah.
argue this should be somewhere in the mid A range. I would put this.
Yeah, mid A between I think between like Paper Mario and Mario's RPG, probably around that area.
Like right here.
Between like
I agree with that. You know what? I would put it under RPG. I think.
yeah, I mean the other Paper Mario. I think the one like.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, that one.
Okay. Yeah, I would put it around here. It's a good game. It's unique. It's a little on the easy side, but I think it has a lot of unique qualities to it. And it's definitely good for a younger audience to get into tactics games as well as to get into Rabbids games, unfortunately, I guess if that's what you want your kids to play. But
I think at the time too, Rabbids were kind of like in the popularity at the time of Mario and Rabbids.
Rabbids were in the popularity in the Wii era. So this is
Yeah.
2 systems later, because this is on Switch. And they released this thing, and
You
everyone
know
was
how
like,
Nintendo are, they're late.
well, not just that, but like because they had to get help from who owns Rabbids, isn't it EA? So they had to get in.
No, it's Ubisoft.
Oh, I'm
It's
sorry.
from
Yes,
Rayman.
Ubisoft. Yes.
Yeah.
So they had to get Ubisoft to agree to make this fucking game, and then they did. And when this game came out, everyone was like, "Why did they make this?" But the few people who actually gave it a chance and played it highly rate this game. So I think it deserves an A spot. I think it's okay where it is. I could even argue that I haven't played this Paper Mario game, but I could even argue if you wanted to put that Paper Mario above it, I would be fine with that.
Yeah.
But Mike's
Well,
the one
don't
who
forget
rated
you have
that.
the sequel too, though. So.
Oh yeah, there's a sequel. Which
Well, we
we'll
haven't
talk about
played
that
the
in a bit.
sequel, and I heard it
Well,
wasn't as good.
I heard
you
the
have.
opposite. Really?
Yeah, we'll get to it. So next one is Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. I think this is a 3DS port, NA.
Yeah.
Has anyone played the 3DS version of it?
No.
Okay. Next is Mario Odyssey. Now I know I've played this shit. I know Mike's played this. Erica's
yeah.
played it.
I have not.
Tang, you haven't played it? Oh, I'm actually surprised.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's an
at the time of
excellent
this
game.
at the time of
Absolutely.
its release, I wasn't really into like all those. I wasn't into that game specifically.
Hmm
So it's more of like I heard about it, I saw a couple gameplays of it, but I was like,
So,
I think. But
m-
as a game specifically, I think it's a pretty interesting concept. But you guys played it more than I have, so
yeah,
you probably have
so
a
I don't think
better idea.
Erica beat the game, but me and Mike have beaten it. Although Mike would argue I haven't beaten it because he's an asshole, but I have definitely beaten this game. Just because I didn't beat the super hard, ultra stupid level at the end doesn't mean I didn't beat it. Fuck
Oh,
you.
you didn't get to the moon level.
I did get to the moon level. There's like the other side of the moon, which I only
The
played
dark
half of.
side and the darker side,
Yeah,
exactly.
fucking darker side. But anyway, even with all that, I would honestly put this in S tier. This game is probably
Yes.
one of the best
Yeah.
3D Marios ever made.
Oh yeah. It
So
was definitely a lot of fun. I very much enjoyed it.
I will say the only thing I knock against this game is that the co-op was fucking stupid. One person playing as Hat Boy, whatever the hell his name is, Cappy,
Happy.
that was
Yeah.
just dumb. That was a dumb mechanic, but it was whatever. It actually was kind of
That's the only
cheating.
knock.
It
Yeah, no, it was. It definitely was. That
was
would
definitely
100% be
cheating.
the only knock, really. Yeah, it would
Yeah.
have been better if you had like an actual like co-op, like let's say if it was Luigi, that made a lot more
hmm
fun. But to be fair, obviously they want to stick it to the traditional, like Mario, adventuring solo. So I
Yeah.
guess that's why they did it. But otherwise, I mean, story, gameplay, mechanic with Cappy himself, the various kingdoms, the worlds you saw. I mean,
Mhm.
by far, this is essentially a love letter to the Mario fans in general. And
Yeah.
yeah, 100% S rank,
The only
100%.
the only problem with Mario Odyssey is I don't know how they're gonna top this. Like when the Switch 2 comes out, they're gonna have a one hell of a time trying to top that game. Mario Odyssey 2 has to be god tier, but we'll see.
Well,
There
I'm
Time will
there
tell.
Odyssey 2? We got
I'm
any?
sure they're
I was
working
saying
on it.
Well, I'm sure they're working on it, but I like
I
to your
don't think
point
Odyssey
in
needs a
terms.
sequel.
Well, not so much a sequel, but obviously eventually they're gonna have to make the next 3D slash action adventure game. They
Hmm
haven't done it since Odyssey, so obviously they have to kind of cook up something really great. Because to your point, it was amazing.
Yeah. So we'll
Yeah.
see. Next up is the top 100 on the 3DS. Has anyone even heard of
Never
this
played that
fucking
one.
game?
Nope.
No, I think that's if I'm not mistaken. That's a collection of mini games. I think it's Mario Party, isn't it?
I
It just
think
says the top one. Oh yeah, yeah, there it is. Mario Party, the top 100.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. I didn't
Uh,
play it
Mario
though.
Party Aces is next.
Mario
Mario
Tennis
Tennis.
Aces. Here we go.
Never played it.
Okay.
Yes.
This game is a D or C for me. Like this game is not good. I did not enjoy it. I did play it though. I played a lot of it too. I don't want you thinking I played it for a week and then gave up on it. I know Erica played it because we played it together. Tang, I'm pretty sure played it, right?
No.
Oh, you never
Absolutely
played
not.
this game?
Right.
I
Ah,
wasn't really big on the sports games specifically when it came to
Hmm.
the Mario, well, sports games in general. I wasn't really big on. So no.
Okay.
Hmm.
And then Mike has definitely played it, and he always is talking mad shit, saying it's amazing. But I don't know
It is
what
good.
what would you rank this on your own personal? If this was your personal tier
Uh,
list,
let's see.
just a
Mario
letter.
Tennis
Don't say
Ace.
high or low. Just a general letter.
Aces was a lot of fun. It's the best one hands down in the tennis series. Try to remember like what the other tennis games at.
The other tennis ones are in C, pretty much.
All right, so let's put this in B then.
Okay. So Mike's saying B.
Yeah.
I'm saying C or D. Erica, what are you saying?
I liked it. I know you are ragging on it a lot. I had fun with it, so I'd probably say low B, top C.
Okay. I can put it in C. We'll put it in C. That seems to be the middle ground.
C.
My problem with Mario Aces, and I've said this before, is that when you played it, it just felt like it was just a race to see who could get their special off first. And that wasn't fun to me because it's like, yes, you could technically block people's specials, but it was insanely hard to do. Like you had to be
But it made
like,
it fun.
I didn't find that to be fun. It was just like every time I'm playing a game and all of a sudden the enemy just gets a fucking massive hit, I'm like, great, they just did their special again. Like I don't know, man. Like at least with Mario Golf, which we'll get to in a minute, you could turn the specials off and the game is still fun. You know what I mean? Like, but this game, I just didn't have a lot of fun with it. It's actually one of the few Switch games I've actually traded in slash sold to someone else because I was just like, yeah, I'm not having fun with this game. I'm never gonna play it again. Get this out of my collection. So, next up would be Super Mario Party, which is the not good one
Yeah,
Right.
that
for reference. Right?
Yes, that was the
Played it.
well, I wouldn't put it in FT. I would probably put it in low D.
Oh, okay. I was mixing up the Mario parties.
Yeah, this
You
is
know.
the Mario Party that had Monty Mole as its character as a character playable,
Yep.
and this
Oh,
one
I
had
remember
like
this, and
the
they all had like special dice. Yeah,
correct.
I thought it was okay.
I'd
It's
put
a
it in
low
low
D.
low D,
Low
maybe an
D.
F, dude. I
Mm,
kind of want to put it in
I
F.
might
I'm
go
not
low
gonna lie,
D.
because Nintendo should not be rewarded for this. This was not a good
It
outing for
wasn't.
Super Mario Party.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't
I
great. I
didn't think
think
it was bad.
the
I
mechanics
can.
of the friends thing was interesting, but it's also kind of like one of those like hindrances that you have to have multiple friends in your
Mhm.
party in order for it to be useful.
Yeah. I just don't like how they
It
Yeah.
wasn't
tied.
random.
I don't like how they tied dice to characters because it's like if I really wanted to play a character that I like, I have to consider that their dice might be shitty. And then
Oh yeah.
also, the fucking maps were incredibly tiny, and
hmm
the
Mm,
the games themselves, as Mike might attest, because we played it against each other a bunch of times. Some of those mini games, the motion controls are just not there. It's not like with the Wii and the Wii Motion Plus where everything seemed to work pretty well. This one, I remember Mike struggling on some of those games. I struggled on the stupid meat flipping one, like hard. Like it's just like some of them are just not there. So for me, it's an F tier game. Honestly, I know you guys are trying to put it in D, but Mike, we haven't heard from
no,
you.
yeah,
What do
you
you
make
think
some
about
good
this one?
points.
I said low D because it wasn't
Well,
that bad.
for me,
As
I don't know if I could still put it below like 9 because, like I said, 9 was like just not it with the way they did things. Because at least um in that one, you had you kind of went by yourself again, so I enjoyed that part. It
Hmm.
is true, like if you got like too many like allies, it was kind of like damn. I mean, it was an interesting concept. It was interesting with the signature dice block. Let's not forget though, you could decline to use the signature dice block and just go like with the original like
yeah, you can just
plain
use the
1 through 6
original
one. So I would probably put it like maybe like very low C,
No,
like very low
I
C or
can't
high
put this
D,
in
something like
C.
that.
High D at most, but yeah, I cannot justify this thing being in C tier. I would agree. I will stay. I will keep my stand at D at the most. High D.
Yeah, I'll say low D is fine.
I'll
I
do
no
D. It just
D
can't
is
be
fine.
above number 9 because number 9, like I said, was whack in my opinion.
Well, it is above number 9. You
Where I
meant
put
below.
9 and C.
9 is low
Oh
D.
no, you know what I mean. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Okay. Yeah,
okay.
that's fine.
I just want to make
Yeah.
sure. All right, then.
Yeah.
Next one is Mario and Luigi. I think this is an NA. Never mind.
There's a
Probably a
Bowser
remake.
Inside Story
Yeah.
one. I think they
Yeah.
rebranded it.
Yeah, they did Bowser's End Story and they added a little extra content to it. So I'm gonna put it in.
Yeah.
Well, with the ones they added a little extra, I'll put it in Never Played instead. Did anyone play that
Yeah. Because
game?
we didn't play it. No.
Okay. Mario Kart Tour on the mobile phone. Anyone play that?
Never.
No.
Okay. Then the newest Paper Mario. I can't remember the Origami King.
The
Origami King?
Origami King.
Who played it?
I have
I did.
actually.
Tang has. Mike has. Me and
I
Erica
did.
have not. Where would you guys rate Origami King? I heard it was a little bit contentious, but it wasn't as bad as some of the other ones.
No, it certainly went better.
In terms of a Mario game, I think it was like in the low B's, upper C's.
Okay. What about you, Mike?
Wasn't
B, C?
wasn't as bad, but
No, 100% like to echo what Warlock was saying, this one thankfully went upwards for the Paper Mario series compared to the last two because like I said that kind of was like a downwards trend.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably put this one, let's see. You said B, Warlock. I probably agree with that.
lower B, upper C.
Yeah, I would probably put it like maybe like in terms of Paper Mario games, like just below Super Paper Mario.
hmm
So if I put Super Paper Mario, let's say if I put that in the high B ranking, yeah,
Yeah.
Origami can go like in the low B ranking because it looks visually it looks great. Obviously, especially with the background and stuff like that. The soundtrack's absolutely amazing.
Just so
They
you know,
definitely cleaned up the mechanics.
Super Paper Mario we put in A tier, the Wii one, right?
Oh, did we?
Yeah. So
Oh,
this
yeah.
one,
All right,
this one being in low
it can
B.
go in B then.
Okay.
It can go like in B in general, yeah. So that's it's definitely on the up for a fact. They did a lot better with that one,
hmm
100%.
All right. Next up is Super Mario 3D All Stars, which is on the
That's
Switch.
the kind of like the
Nope,
Mario Sunshine,
Yeah, but I
Mario
put that
Galaxy
under
story.
NA though, yeah, because we
Yeah,
ranked all
never
three
played.
already.
it is NA because it is just a remake. It's just ports of 3
Yeah.
games. I do own it. I have not played it yet,
I,
unfortunately. Mike, have you played your Switch version?
Yes, I
Okay.
did. I did 64, 120 stars. I got a lot of Sunshine. Didn't complete it yet, and I didn't touch Galaxy. I have to get to that once I 100% Sunshine.
Okay. Next up is Super Mario Brothers 35. Did anyone play that?
Nope.
No, that's the multi thing, right? With a whole
Yep.
bunch of players together.
I did play it
No, I didn't do
actually.
that. But not. That is nice.
I did, and I have to say this is a hysterical game. First off, Tang, did you play it?
What?
Did you play Mario
No.
35? No.
No.
So I originally I would
apologize.
love to put this in B tier, but the fact that it's a limited game, like you can only play
Oh,
it for a
yeah,
little while,
that
and they
the
just
time.
ripped it off the
Yeah.
fucking internet, I have to downgrade it for that. Like that is a big part of gaming, and for Nintendo to pull that shit is just not okay. So originally I would put it in B, but because of that, I'm gonna put it in D tier. I'm gonna put it in high D because that's just not okay. Game companies should not be allowed to do that, and that does affect my view on the game heavily.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So unfortunately, I honestly was tempted to put it in F, but it's because it is honestly really egregious. Like the fact that they did that. And honestly, if we were going to rate Mario 3D All Stars, I would have also put that in the same category because they did the same thing. They released it. They said, oh, we're only going to release it for a year. And if you don't get it by that time, fuck you, basically. And now that game, now a copy of Super Mario 3D All Stars is going for like $80, $90. If you have it sealed still, it's like 100 plus because it's rare and Switch collectors want it, and it's not even that great of a game. It's just a port, but it's worth so much. Like you could literally get these games 6 times over in different formats, but they decided to do a limited release for Mario's 35th anniversary, which I don't think you should do that for games. You can release like, other memorabilia limited and stuff like shirts and hats and stuffies and whatever else, but like doing it with the games is just that's not cool to do that shit.
Mhm.
So
Right.
next would be Mario Kart Tour, whatever the AR thing.
This is the AR slash use of actual remote control car thingy.
Yeah, does anyone
is
actually
like-
play
Okay.
this?
No.
I
Nope.
didn't think so. I was tempted to buy it. It was on sale once, and I was like, oh, it's such a cool idea. I kind of want it.
You
but-
need the space for it.
I do
Yeah.
want it though. I'm not gonna lie, I do want it.
I do want it too. And I think there's two of them, right? There's a Mario and a Luigi. I want them both.
Yes, there's a Mario and a Luigi kart, but
Yeah.
you have to have the space for it.
Yeah, exactly. Next up is Mario Golf Super Rush on the Switch. Now, we
We just
played this
played
earlier
yes.
this week, and as much as the putting fucking pisses me off to no end, I do think that it's a good game. So
I think it's a good game.
I
No,
know
it is,
me,
100%.
Erica, and Mike have
It
played it.
is.
Tang, you said
I
do you have it?
I played it recently with y'all, so
Yeah.
that's my first time playing it.
Okay.
But as first time playing, it's good, despite its wanky. It's like kind of like wanky controls.
Yeah, I would honestly put this in high B, maybe low A. And again, only because the putting pisses me off, but it is actually a good game. Like I would probably put
It
this.
is.
If it was up to just me, I'd put this probably right under Sunshine in the B tier.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say
I'm
that's a
cool
good
with that.
spot.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
Super Rush is great. I love
because
it.
it's fun, man. It's a fun game. I think the
It is.
solo play is a little weird because it's more tutorial-y, but it is still cool to play through.
Mm.
But
Oh, yeah.
I will say we'll just have to play it off. We'll have to play it off stream or something at some point.
oh yeah, but it is fun. It's fun to
On
play with
top of the
friends.
Other games that we like have on our docket.
Next is Mario Party Superstars, which is
Yay.
technically a remake, but I wouldn't put it in the NA section because it did add a lot of new stuff to the
Right.
games and to the
Superstars,
boards.
okay.
This is the
Yeah.
good one on the Switch. So like this one,
Yes.
Oh yeah.
we've
I would
all
put
played
it as
it.
an A tier.
Get this on here.
Yeah, I would put it an A tier.
A. I think A is fair for this one.
That's fine.
I feel like I'd put this probably below Mario Makers just because it is again just a remake and stuff. But it is a cool game, and I'm glad that they did it. I'm only pissed because I remember when they released this game, they did say they were going to try and work on more boards, adding
Yeah,
to
they
them, and they
didn't.
just fucking
They
never
didn't.
did it, which is very
I
upsetting.
know.
That's just another Nintendo being assholes thing. Next up is Mario Strikers, the shitty one, Battle League.
Yeah,
Where's
Battle
my-
League.
It is a shitty one. I've played it. Erica's played it because she played it with me.
I've played
Mike's
it, yeah.
played it. Tang, have you played the shitty one?
I haven't. That's why. Like, it's a shitty
Yeah.
one, really.
It's shitty because it just I don't know. It just wasn't a good
It
game.
feels like a letdown.
Yeah. I would
Wait, which one
honestly
is this one?
This is Mario Strikers, the one I got on Switch.
Oh, yeah. No, I tried playing it with you. I was completely lost. I hated it.
It's very confusing. They didn't do the controls very well. They took out a lot of what made the other Strikers games good, apparently, and just downgraded everything. So, in my opinion, I think it should go low D, maybe even high F, because they fucked that real hard. Like, I know
I
we've
would
been
do
avoiding
D.
F, but like, I think this is one of those
F is-
cases where it should be an F.
Okay.
But
I would do
Because
D.
I
But I
Mike is
mean,
claiming low
yeah.
D. What do you guys think? You played it too,
F.
Erica? Oh, Jesus. That's so quick to answer.
What?
All
I
right.
did not like it.
That's 2 Fs, man. So I'm gonna have to put it in F tier.
I F
I know you try and avoid the F tier, Mike. I've noticed this whole time, but like some of these games gotta go in there. They
That's
deserve
fine.
it. Next up is Mario Rabbids, something of hope. I can't remember what the thing is called.
Sparks of Hope.
Sparks of Hope. Did anyone actually play this game?
Nope.
No.
Okay. I heard it was good, but I heard that it was not as good as the first one. That's what I kept hearing. Is like it was good, it was okay. They changed a little bit of the mechanics, but the first one still had like a better like I don't know, just gameplay loop and stuff. So I don't really know what the big difference is. I do plan on getting it eventually and trying it for myself. And even the devs said they regretted not holding on to it and waiting till Nintendo's next system came out and then releasing it on that so they could get better sales. But yeah, so that's in the never played section. Next is Super Mario Brothers Wonder, which I know Mike has played.
I have
Yes.
actually not played it.
I have also not
Not
played
yet.
it, so that's on my
Oh,
list
I
of
heard
games
it
to
was
get.
good, though.
Yeah, I heard it was excellent. The problem is I went to the store to buy it and they just didn't have it in stock, so that's why I didn't get it. But Mike, what would you rate this? We heard it was excellent, so I'm assuming you're
It
gonna
was.
put it somewhere high.
Yeah, it was very excellent. A return once again to the 2D, side-scrolling platformer Mario's genre, but
Mhm.
obviously with 3D models and backgrounds. So it was very well done. Great cast of players you can choose from like Mario, Luigi, Daisy, Peach, Yoshi's, and stuff like that. Had like easy levels, very challenging levels towards the end, especially. I would probably put this in A. Wonder
Okay.
was great. They
Okay.
did a great job on Wonder, yeah,
How
absolutely.
how
Especially like the
high in
platforming.
A do you want to go?
Let's see.
Ba, ba. The only thing I
It's up.
remember from
It's
that
up there.
Mario's Wonder is the singing piranha plants.
The
That
only
was good
reason
too. Yeah.
once again, I would argue this might go above 64 because they, according to what I've heard from this game, they put so much into it. Like they added every level has like a freaky wonder version of itself. Like they put so much work into this game. The aesthetic is gorgeous. The micro actions that Mario has throughout the game is just like next level. Almost one
No,
would
it's very
argue
well
almost
done.
next gen. So personally, just from what I've heard, I would assume you'd want to probably put it above 64, but I know you've been trying to keep 64 at that top slot this whole time for nostalgia's sake.
I mean, we could put that above 64
Oh, hell yeah.
because like I said, like obviously we're like going apples, oranges, watermelons, pineapples, like everything's kind of
Oh,
mixed in
that's
based on the
nice.
genres, to be
hmm
honest. But yeah, we can put that above 64. And honestly, if you haven't done so already, you can put Super Mario World to S tier as well.
Oh, it's in S tier, buddy. It's been there
All
for
right,
a
cool.
minute. I bumped that
All
a
right,
while
cool.
back.
All
All
right,
right, the
cool.
last game is Super Mario RPG, the remake,
S.
which
S tier.
Erica has played.
I haven't actually played it, but I do want to play it.
No one else has
Well,
played it.
I played, owned it. Yeah, I
It's
played it.
Oh, you do
awesome.
play
I
it. Oh,
love
okay.
it.
Yeah,
All right, so Erica
but
wants to put
see,
it in S tier, but
but I
I
would put
don't.
that NA because it's essentially RPG just remastered.
Now, I would
But
It
argue
really is.
I would argue no because it did add a lot of features the original doesn't have. Just by
Well, the one I
adding
know of
those
is the team.
features, yeah, I mean the team stuff, the graphics are much better, which again, that's a remake.
That's an enhancement, though. Yeah.
But the teamwork stuff is hella different. The fact that they made the
Mm-hmm.
game actually easier by making the enemies a little bit different also, I think argues that it shouldn't go in NA, but the question is, does making it easier make it better than the original? I would personally
I
argue no, but Erica seems to want to put this in S tier. Mike, what would you
I
put it in?
really enjoyed it, but again, I never got to play the original, so I didn't have the benefit of comparing the two.
Hmm.
I've heard great things about the original, and yes, eventually I would like to try it, but I really thoroughly enjoyed this. I'm a big fan of turn-based RPGs. This was a lot of fun. I loved the characters, the story, everything about it was just fun to play. So that's why I think it's an S tier. If it has to be anywhere else, I'd say still in the A somewhere over by Super Mario, Super 64.
All right, what about you, Mike? Where would you put this if we're not going to put it in NA?
All right. Well, I still personally would go NA because once again, it is Super Mario RPG Legend of Seven Stars.
Hmm.
Um, if we're gonna have to actually put it within the tier list, I would just put it honestly. And I agree with everything Erica said. It's amazing. Visually looks great. They cleaned it up, obviously, but once again, it is a remake, so you damn sure better do that, of course. Plays great. Story is still the same though. Everything is fantastic though. Absolutely love it. Beat the story mode myself, of course, as well.
Didn't they add a
If we
boss rush
have to
mode too to this game?
they might have. I didn't get to that part yet,
Hmm.
but I know like there's stuff that once again it kind of just follows everything from the OG one as well. Um, if we have to put it on the tier list because you guys want to, I would have to put it right next to the OG RPG then.
It's like the high A.
Okay,
Between...
I'll
Okay.
You
take
know,
that.
side by side. But personally, I'm still putting in NA because it's RPG Legend of the Seven Stars.
Hmm.
The story runs exactly the same.
Okay, so for clarity's sake, I have the IGN article up here. What did they add to make it
They
different?
added the
Let's
only thing that
see.
the new things that they added specifically was
Triple
the tri
attacks,
attack,
storage and
and
Okay.
auto
then
saves,
yeah, that the auto saves, right? That was another thing too.
party swapping mid battle. That's a huge
That's it.
mechanic that's different. That makes the game hella easier. So
Mm-hmm.
imagine you got to switch between in battle if your guy fainted. I couldn't do that as a kid. My guy fainted, I was fucked, and I just had to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay,
like
yeah, I could see that being a big difference.
the echo signal ring, I don't know what that means.
That's one of the items.
Post game, they added scrapbook, monster lists, first hidden treasure in game, blah blah blah. I could have sworn they added
That's
a
like
monster
fluff.
rush.
No, not really. That's what I'm saying. Like everything is still story wise, everything is exactly the same, including the post game stuff too.
Hmm.
Like
My only
because you can find
argument
like
for why
other bosses.
I don't want to put in NAs because a lot of the NAs that we put in were just straight ports that didn't really add anything to them. Like all of these, if you look at the NA section, it literally is just a one for one port. They didn't add shit. Even Mario 3D All Stars, they just ported that shit right over. You know what I mean? Like none of these games added even like an ounce of new content. It was just combinations of stuff or just straight up like maybe some HD graphical upgrades, but that was like barely a thing. Whereas this game actually physically added like things that made the gameplay different, and that's why I say it has to be ranked. And you guys said to
But
put
not
it
much
next
to change
to.
the story though.
It doesn't matter about the story. A remake usually doesn't change stories. I'm saying
I
it's
mean, like I said,
changing content wise. But where did you guys say? Because I was looking something up. You said to put it next to the old RPG.
yeah.
Or
If you're gonna put it in the ranking, then yeah.
do you think I should put it above or below the old one? Do you think
Again,
making
I
it?
haven't played the old one, so I couldn't tell you
Yeah,
about the old one, but I thoroughly enjoyed this. I'd say above it.
yeah. My question basically to you, Erica, is: do you think making a game easier makes it better? Because that's really the question. It
I
doesn't
think it
really
depends
matter
on
if they're
what
next
they
to each other. They're next to each
do.
other, but
Yeah, I think it depends on what they do. The switching the characters definitely assisted me a lot throughout the game. So, in a way, I'd like to see what it's like where you don't have to. I feel like I would struggle more, but I think I could strategize more with
mhm,
it. So, like I definitely would have kept Peach a lot more with her group hug thing.
mhm.
Um, instead of having to switch her out with Mallow so much.
Malo is great.
Yeah. Uh, that's tough because I would like now. It makes me really want to try it though. So,
Mhm.
I think the order it is in now is really good.
Okay. All right. So then, the last thing we have to do before we wrap up the stream is agree on the S tier listing. We're not going to go through every category. But just for S tiers only, we currently have Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, Super Mario Galaxy, Super Mario World, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and then Mario Odyssey. Are we okay with that in that order, or do we want to change any of them?
Mario
'Cause
Kart
honestly-
first.
This one over here,
Hey!
Mario Kart is
Made
not
it.
going first. I will
Nonsense.
say. But welcome in. We'll go over the whole list for you in a minute. But I
Okay.
personally, I think this is actually exactly how I would want to put it. Maybe switching Odyssey with Super Mario World. I don't mind putting that in the middle on third. But Mario Kart 8 Deluxe definitely should be, I think, the last one in the category of S tier. And that's mostly because it technically is a remake with added content. What are you guys thinking?
Hmm.
I think that's good where the STs are.
I like it.
Okay.
I really enjoyed Galaxy, so I would say it's definitely where it should be for sure.
Okay. All right, then we'll just leave it. So we're going to go over our list real quick for everyone watching at home. And if you're watching this on YouTube later on, or maybe in clips, because I'm definitely going to clip this later, we have the Nerd Crew Mario March Madness tier list. And it is S tier is Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, Super Mario Galaxy, Super Mario World on the SNES, Mario Odyssey, and then Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. A tier, we got Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Mario 64, Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U, Mario Kart Wii, Paper Mario, Mario RPG on the SNES, then the remake, Mario Kingdom Battle. Then we got Paper Mario, I can't remember which one this one is, Super Paper Mario, then Mario Galaxy 2, Mario Strikers Charge, Super Mario Bros. Wii U, then Super Mario Bros. Wii, Mario Kart 7, Mario 3D World, and then Super Mario Makers 2, then 1, then Mario Party Superstars. Then for B tier, we got Mario Sunshine, Mario Golf Super Rush, Super Mario Bros. On the 3DS or DS, Mario and Luigi, I think that's the baby time traveling one, then Superstar
Mario
Saga,
Strikers.
then Super Mario Strikers, then Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, Mario Party 8, then Mario Party 2, Super Mario Brothers 2, then 3, then 1, Mario Party 6, Mario Kart DS. Is that 7? Oh no, that's not 7. Then Mario Super Sluggers, Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, and then Paper Mario Color Splash. I'm sorry, that's Origami King. Origami King. C tier, another big grouping. Mario Tennis Aces, I don't agree, but whatever. Super Mario Baseball or Superstar Baseball, Mario Kart Double Dash, Mario Party 1, then 4, then 5, Mario Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, Mario Party 3, then 7, Mario Kart 64, Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix, Super Mario Bros. Lost Levels, Donkey Kong on the Game Boy, which technically, if that's just a straight port, that actually belongs in the NA section.
Yeah.
And let me change that. Where was I? Donkey Kong, then Mario Tennis for the 64, Mario Power Tennis for GameCube, Mario Golf for the 64, Mario Kart Super Circuit on the Game Boy Advance, then Mario Party 10, then Mario Tennis Super Smash or Ultra Smash. Then for D tier, we put Super Mario 35 because Nintendo should not be rewarded for making it limited. Super Mario Party, Super Mario Kart, Mario Brothers, Mario Paint, Mario Party 9, and then Paper Mario Color Splash. And then in F tier, we got Mario Strikers Battle League, Super Mario Land, and NES Open, the golf game. We got a ton of games we never played, unfortunately. And then we got our remakes and straight ports, basically, in the NA section, which we probably should just name that the ports section, but whatever. This is the list. Deal with it.
Make sure to save it so we can post it.
That's a good point. Yeah, here we go. Save.
That's an
I
excellent
want to
point.
know. I want to know how Super Mario Brothers 3 got behind Super Mario Brothers 2.
You weren't here. You had no
I
say,
know I
so you
wasn't here.
shush.
I'm asking a question. I'm asking a question. That's all. I'm just asking a fucking question.
The reason why is because, well, I had argued, a lot of nostalgia. I liked Mario 2. I really never played 3, and honestly, most of us hadn't played 3. So
Oh,
I think
okay.
that's how it kind of snuck in. I just had a lot of nostalgia. I know it gets a lot of shit because it's technically
Radishes.
like a skin.
Radishes.
Wait, what did you say? Oh, the radishes. Yeah,
Said
because
radishes.
it's the skin of something else. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was really fun, and I don't like how it gets a lot of shit for being a skin of something else.
It was a fun game. I'm not gonna say it wasn't a fun game. I played a lot of Mario 3 as a kid, so
But yeah, that's how it got that notoriety in this list basically.
I feel you.
But I'm just saving this. But yeah, other than that, I mean, there wasn't really as much contention as I thought. I think we agreed on a lot of stuff. But going into the games we played, it looks like in last place would be Erica with 18 Mario games that she's played, which is still a hell of a lot of games. Still a
Nice.
hell of a lot of games, I will say. Let me just exit out of this so it gets back to the normal screen. With third place would be Tang, who played 24 Mario games.
Oof.
All right.
Third
Nice.
is me, who played 37 Mario games.
Nice.
And then first place, of course, is Mike, Don Mario 64, who played, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
All of them?
All of them. At this point.
Oh, and I lost count. Stop it.
Not that far.
67 Mario games.
Nice.
He didn't
Damn.
he didn't play them all, so now we know all the games Mike has to go and find and play.
I know, right?
This list right here, you got to go and find these games and play them all so that you can be the true Don Mario 64.
There we go.
Good luck playing Mario Picross, although I do think that's on NSO.
So does Don Mario get to pick our recommendations or recommend us games?
So yes, you can go ahead and pick us recommendations based off this list and everything that you've heard tonight. If you want, though, because it is super late, you can go ahead and just message me those, and we'll go ahead and wrap up this stream. I just want to thank everyone who came in and hung out with us, voted with us, and just enjoyed the tier list. I will be posting this on the YouTube channel. You can go ahead to our YouTube if exclamation point socials will work. Hey, it fucking worked. There we go. And so you can go over there and follow us there. I will be posting this probably to air for Friday morning. Yeah, that sounds right. Maybe Saturday.
Yeah.
We'll see. It'll be up by the end of this weekend. And then I'll also post this on our Twitter and in our Discord and all that other shit. But until then, thanks again, everybody. And special thanks to you, Don Mario 64. Mike, thanks for joining us on this. I really appreciate it. We really needed someone who owned a Wii U so that we could complete this list.
I just need someone who knows more about
No
Mario
problem.
32.
Yeah, because
No
without
problem, no
you,
problem.
this
Thanks for
list
having
would
me.
be so many more in the never played section. Oh,
Not a
man.
problem. Thank you. Thank you.
But yes, I hope everyone out there is enjoying our Mario March Madness. We'll be back tomorrow with some Mario Kart, where it'll be chat versus us. So we're gonna team up. I think it's just gonna be the three of us because I'm pretty sure Jesse's busy and Mike is working.
Yep.
So it'll be
Yeah.
just the three of us. You'll have to beat me, Warlock, and Erica. And let me tell you something, it's gonna be tough because we're good at the damn game. But until then, come on back tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll see if you guys can beat us in some Mario Kart. But after that, have a good night, everybody, and we'll catch you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
See you later.